What's going on, everybody? I'm John Welsh, and I'm the gentleman.
And I'm Alex Stanford, and I am the scholar. And we were live. What is this?
This is like crazy.
This was not planned.
No, this is impromptu.
Was basically, John and I showed up to the set. He starts setting up. I show up. Then a guest shows up, and then really all hell broke loose. And before you know it, one thing led to another, and we're live. Basically, we have the technology to do it whenever we want, and it's getting easier and easier. And my justification for why I made this decision so recklessly was that, number one, we're going to have fun. This is going to be a fun show.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk some shit. And number two, we're drinking an amazing whiskey. And number three, I posted to the group last night, like, hey, give us some recommendations for the stick for the show. Let me hear what you guys want us to smoke. And so I'm getting a bunch of recommendations, a bunch of stuff. And I'm talking with our sponsor, the official sponsor of the show, Bailey Cigar Room in Karen Croft Veterans. It's your one-stop shop for all your tobacco-related products except cigarettes. Why?
Because they're disgusting.
Disgusting. That's right. So I was talking with Gary about what we were going to smoke today. He gave me some options. I was like, yes, I think the people are going to love this. And then Chris shows up. So let's introduce our guest. This is a good buddy of mine. I work with him both on a professional level and a geek level. It's Dr. Chris Hargrave. Say hi, Chris.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
This is going to be fun. So he shows up, and one reason why I've been wanting this guy on the show is he is a connoisseur. When you meet somebody who is a connoisseur, whether it is in whiskey or wine or food or cigars, you know that you're going to have a connection, because in any other arena where you can be a connoisseur, if you're not one already, you will want to be one. And that's kind of how it went. He's been showing me a lot about bourbons because he's a bourbon guy. He'll tell you about this one. But like his eagerness to learn all the nuances of enjoying cigars, like all the flavor notes. He wants to try them all. So he comes in, and I'm giving him the tour of the humidor, and I'm just talking about it. And I was like, so what do you think? And he's basically like giving me that look. He don't want to say it. I was like, what, you just want to smoke the best cigar in the store? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
And so like,
I don't want Snickle Fritz. Give me the best.
So I was like, all right, well, that's going to come down to basically like one of three options. The Perdomo 20th anniversary Maduro. That's a cigar of the year winner. That's amazing. The My Father Bijou, another cigar of the year winner, or the Padron 1926. And so he's like, tell me about him. So I tell him about all three of them. And like, I'm not even halfway through the 26 description. He's like, I want the 26.
Yeah, why would you not?
I don't know. I didn't want to put that in his head, though. I wanted to give him the option to choose whatever. But I was like, if this guy knows what's up, he's choosing a 26. It's like, okay, so your rental car is here. There are two options. There is the Kia or the Aston Martin. Which one are you interested in?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
So this is going to be very, very exciting. We also need to plug another one of our sponsors, the Not Gentlemanly Cigar Smokers Online magazine, coming off the heels of our second live show, which we have to announce the winner. But our friends Chris and Susan up there in the Great White North, we love you guys, and we had so much fun with you on the show last week. Go check out the magazine. They've got so many cool things coming. I know they're trying to feature this new sexy writer from the South talking about pairings of cigars and charcuterie boards. And so that's like, talking about connoisseur, we're taking it to another level, people. So cool. Go check it out. Go get a membership there. Great reviews, great articles, and beautiful women. I mean, if that's kind of your thing, if it is, but they got those too. So get a membership. That's awesome. And we also need to tell everybody, if you haven't already done so, subscribe, hit the like button, and share the video, leave a comment, and hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you stay tuned to all the awesome stuff we're doing. Speaking of awesome stuff that we're doing, we love the giveaway format for the live shows. Even though this is a live show, we're not making it like an event live show, because what we're going to be doing is every month when we do our live show, we're going to find a new sponsor for that episode, and the sponsor is going to provide the giveaway. We had the first sponsorship was our good friend Jason Begno. Second sponsor was the NGCS. Third one, I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be something cool. You can rest assured. So we will let everybody know when we have the details on that. But stay tuned. Just bigger and better things coming from us.
Always.
So let's get to some sticks, guys. We've teased it long enough.
Way too long.
Okay. All right, Chris. So I want you to fully appreciate what you've got here. You can give John his, and he's not going to just watch. So the first thing we want to do is just appreciate this stick. It is A full length stick. This ain't no Robusto. This is a Churchill. It should be like a 2-hour smoke that'll probably go in 80 minutes because of how good it smokes and how fast it smokes. But take a big whiff of this bad boy.
Smells like heaven.
It's just really rich. So let's do some coton and then pass it on. All right.
Alex, can you do me a favor, move in a little bit towards Chris?
Oh,
there you go. Boom. Now you're more in the shot.
I didn't want him
Since it was all impromptu.
I didn't want him uncomfortable with my closeness yet. I wanted to let it. Well, wait for the show to like warm up. All right. So taking a dry pull on this thing. It's just really composed. There's earthiness to it. A little bit of chocolate, some grape, very earthy. And let's do it. Let's do it. So does anybody even know we're live? Or are they just going to wait until?
I don't know, man. No one's hitting here. No one's hitting us up with a chat.
Well, it'll say how many viewers we have.
It looks like one.
My wife.
And she's like, hey, what's going on, guys?
There you go. Oh, it's still going.
Yeah.
We're like hobos at a barrel drum fire.
What in the crazy? I'm getting a tight shot on Chris trying to make this work.
I've never done a tea kettle.
Can I have the tea kettle when you're finished, please?
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to touch yours up. You're a little bit off.
Yeah.
Here, take it back.
This tea kettle is kind of weird, but it's kind of cool.
It's boutique, Chris. Okay, it's boutique.
Thank you kindly. So
Hopefully it works.
this
It's like bacon. It's
Dude,
like charred bacon.
delicious.
dude, this being able to go live whenever we want to is going to come in really handy when we're like mess around.
Okay, I don't know how gay you meant that to come off.
I
But
think
like
you meant for super gay.
it came off really gay.
I don't know how to turn that thing off. You guys practice
I
that
got
thing.
John's like, I can turn them on. I don't turn them off.
No.
Oh, my God. Let's see how the bourbon follows us. And then we got some stuff to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about.
It follows it perfectly.
Oh, my God.
It follows it perfectly.
That's why we went live, everybody, because like you guys have to experience. I'm sorry that we kind of ambushed you with a Padron 26. I don't think anybody is going to have one of those to burn on a lazy Sunday. But so my first question, Chris, before we get into all the minutia of what's in my mind, do you retrohale? Okay, so you're in for a treat. So retrohaling is when you discharge the smoke through your nose. And the reason why you do that is because it engages your sense of smell much more so than just smoking it. And that makes the flavors come out way more intensely. There is a technique to it. Everybody chokes the first time. So when you
Great, I'm gonna choke on live too.
You're gonna choke
Great.
on live
Awesome. I
internet.
love that. It's fun.
but you'll figure it out real quick. Okay. So I'll tell you how to do it. And hey, maybe you'll be like the one and not choke on the first time. But like in the Matrix.
Come on, Neo. Let's see what you got.
Everybody chokes the first time.
That's what she said.
Even veteran smokers like our boy Spencer. We were over at Legends and I asked him to retrohale and he retrohaled way too much of the smoke and he choked. So like
Dude, retro.
it happens to everybody.
Like amazing.
It's a technique. Okay, so
Not
what
like
you
a desk pop, right?
sorta. So what you do is you take your pull, you fill your mouth up with the smoke, and then you want to let about 65% of it out, like 2/3. So almost like it feels like all of it's gone, and then what's left over.
How's he not burning his
Then
hand
you
right
just
now?
then you just blow it out your nose like by swallowing it. So it's like you don't inhale it in your lungs. It's just you kind of go to swallow and you blow out your nose. And so the way it looks is you saw just a little bit came out my nose, but that's all you got to do. You don't want to have you don't want to look like a chain smoker. Be like, hey, get in the car. We got to go pick up your sister. And then it looks like a
But explain to him why you're retrohaling.
Well,
Almost.
Almost. So he's like, I'm not going to choke. I'm just going to blow it out. Well, I mean, the reason why you do it is your sense of everybody knows when you get sick and you can't smell, you can't taste. So your sense of taste is intimately connected to your sense of smell. And so what better way to smell it than actually run that shit through your nose? And it allows you to access the flavor notes way more intimately than just blowing it out your mouth. And so we'll keep at it.
I concur.
We'll keep at it. Did you get a little bit there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I did.
You'll know.
You'll know because it opens it up. I mean, like you'll be like, oh, whoa, hold on.
Yeah. So when
you got to do it in the beginning, the middle third, not.
So what I had said to Chris that sold the cigar to him was I was explaining to him what the mouthfeel was, and I was like, dude, this is a cigar that when you exhale it, you can.
This dirty son of a bitch. He's so dirty. He doesn't even know he's saying the mouthfeel.
I didn't say mouth hugs, John. I mean, it's different. It's different. But the flavor is so rich that even after you exhale for like 45 seconds, you can keep tasting it on your tongue. Like, this is so good. And and then when you retrohale, I said it's like the flavors are so vibrant. It's like banaka for your brain. It just like wakes it right up. You're like, oh my God. But it's not harsh. Every aspect of that really intense aggressive smoke is delicious. And like, so anyway, so now you get to experience it.
It's amazing. It's good. The first turn is really good.
Oh yeah. Wait till you get to
about right here.
Wait
buddy.
till you get to the middle third. You're gonna freak out.
I'm excited.
So we'll talk about the flavor notes that you're picking up. You know, the chocolate, the nuttiness, the leather, the forest honey. That's all I have to always throw that one in there. As we move through the cigar. So let's first lay some foundation. So how do I know you, man? Let's get that out there.
I think we know through Chris Lawson, right?
Yes, sir.
He's the one who introduced us.
Yeah.
And we met at Tua Tacos where you got hit by that lady in your car.
That's right. That was thank you for bringing that up. That was a very fun afternoon to be, having a business lunch, just a couple of professionals, and then to have a waitress come up to you at your table and is like, "Excuse me, sir, are you driving that black car out front?" And we're like, "Oh, I bet you're about to say something that's not going to make me feel good." Like no one ever starts a conversation with, "Excuse me, sir, are you driving that black car in front?" Well, someone just put $1 million under your windshield. Like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
No. So I'm like, yeah. And she's like, "I think someone just hit your car." I'm like, "You son of a bitch." And I had just gotten the choicest parking spot right out front, parallel. Yeah. So like I could literally get out of my car and fall into Tula Taco.
And it was raining.
Yeah, it was raining. It was a perfect, and I was like complimenting myself on like that score of finding a parking spot. And what does God do? Like, oh, that's
just pride.
Here's your you fight through that shit.
You fight through that shit.
The fifth, your ass goes down. Anyway, so I get out there and I'm in total disbelief. And like we had started drinking margaritas, so I was influenced a little bit. And there's this lady, and she's like trying to back a car up, and I'm like, I walk over to her window, and she looks at me, and it's like she's clear like I interrupted her in a failed parking maneuver, like in the middle of an abortive attempt. I've just walked over, so she doesn't know what I'm going to tell her.
Does she go full Urkel? She's like, "Did I do that?"
No, dude, she went narcissist on me. So I go and I'm like, "Hi, did you just hit a car?" And she's like, No, I didn't hit a car. And I was like, well, that's really funny because the reason why I'm here talking to you right now is because people whom I don't know interrupted my lunch to tell me you hit a car and that car was mine. So I'm going to ask you again. Did you hit a car? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with you, lady? Like, they're not punking me just to get me to come out and harass you. And so, and here was the thing. When I went to talk to her, she had just hit my car and was slowly backing away from it, like retreating. So like the ass of her car still had the lipstick of my bumper on the back. And she's like, no, I didn't hit your car. I didn't hit your car. That
was a different car I hit.
Dude, so I had to call the cops. And she told the cops, I didn't hit his car. I didn't hit your car. And so the cops are like, we don't know what to do. And I'm like, this lady's fucking crazy, dude. So we're having this fundamental debate over whether she hit my car. And then the manager of Tula Taco comes out and they're like, hey guys, see that camera right there? It works. y'all want to watch the wreck? And the cops are like, yeah. And the woman was like, I thought I heard the sound of wet shit dropping on the road as it escaped her buttocks. But I was like, I'd like to watch. Come here, story time. So me and the cops go into the manager's booth. The lady somehow, she was so sure of her innocence, she declined to watch the video. Like, that's kind of weird. You think you'd want your vindication, you'd want to be there. That way you could be like, I told you so, I told you so. But she was just decidedly absent. I guess she had something better to do.
Yeah,
So-
like flee the scene.
so we watch it, and you can see, and she was correct. She did not hit my car one time. She hit it twice.
What kind of screwed up lady is
I watched the video of her backing, hits my car, realizes it was a boo-boo, pulls away, changes her angle, and then hits it again. Yeah, she was telling me. So I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I blame Chris for that anecdote. I did not intend to tell that, but like the bastard had to like that fucks with me. Like I got a claim. I got witnesses. I was like, I'm going to sue you. There was nothing wrong with my car. It was just the principle that she tried to lie her ass off to cops. So
I figured it'd be a funny story.
God damn it, Chris.
funny story. That lady just sounds like she's the rudest person ever.
Dude, she sounds so insane. I'm surprised she's not an ex-wife of yours.
Damn, that cuts deep. Like there's several daggers in my back. I can't even get to.
Oh my God, John takes off his shirt. He looks like a slave from the Civil War.
This fucking guy. Well, thanks for that one, buddy.
I'm sorry. Have we picked up any other viewers?
Nope.
So far, we have one like though.
Oh, we have one like. Well, that's good.
Oh, hey, look, there's our computer screen that we can now check things on. I'm so loving our new setup.
Oh my God, dude, the retro on this thing. It's freaking crazy. So what I was hoping Chris would say when I asked him how he knew me, I'll answer for Chris. Hi, I'm Chris. I like bougie bourbons. The way I know this guy is I'm a chiropractor and he's an attorney. So like we work on cases together and then we play golf and drink lots of bourbon. That's the second part. But you got to lead with the like what makes us look good.
I wanted the funny story first.
Yeah. So speaking of funny stories, all right, I'll tell a story about Chris.
Uh-oh.
So there was a golf tournament
Oh.
in Crowley, and Chris is like, "Hey man, we should play on this. We should get on a team and play." So I'm like, "Okay, fine." I've never won a golf tournament, not one, not one. Or should I say, had never won a golf tournament before that one. So it's a scramble format. That's 4 guys. So basically, each guy hits a shot off the tee. You pick the best ball. Everybody plays that ball, so on and so forth. And we go over there. It's a small golf course. It's not very difficult. The biggest challenge was making sure one of our teammates remembered where his phone was. Because I don't know what's wrong.
Every time we play golf.
Every time he's like, "Hey guys, see my phone?" And like, no, I was too busy with my phone. I couldn't be bothered where yours was. So we had that issue, and I think you are our esteemed scorekeeper for that round, and we ended up winning the tournament. I don't know how that happened. I don't know.
That's because you were on the green and on that I think on 15, and we.
I still don't know how that happened. I think somebody like grabbed that ball from the street and put it on the green because
gopher.
I've never hit. I would have like 1 million out of 1 million. I'd have said that's not going to happen.
It was there. That's all that counts, right?
287-yard drive within 4 feet of the cup. That's like
it's crazy.
Who was helping you? What made you just throw out?
I know. You think I had one of those little Dagestani fighter guys like in my bag?
Dagestani fighter guy. Last night we were watching it and Lindsay goes, "Have you ever seen the little people?" And we were like, I was like, yeah, the fighter ones where they try to get the little people to fight. And she goes, "No,
John, they're not actually this big. They're
he's not far off. He's that tall. I mean, he looks like a child. Like if you were to see a child, I mean, like a like a 1-year-old kid, but this guy's 19, and so they follow this guy around, and he's from Dagestan, and like he's a fighter.
But he looks like he's
20
months old.
Yeah,
jeez,
because he's got the baby features there, but he's got crow's feet.
Oh yeah,
and so you're just like, I don't know what I'm looking at. So John was over with his, shall I say, girlfriend last night.
Yeah.
And Lindsay, because she's married to me, which means she says weird shit to people. She's like, "Hey, do you want to see some weird Russian little people?" And Monica's like, "What?" So Lindsay pulls her phone out and starts showing it, and the look on Monica. I wish I could have taken a picture of it. It was this utter horror and disbelief, yet mildly interested.
Oh.
Awkwardly so.
I'm pretty interested.
And it was just like,
oh, it's something. I should pull it up. No, I can't. YouTube will take us down.
It's wild. It's wild. Maybe we'll put a link in the description if you want to see some weird Dagestani grown toddlers.
The
fighting.
crazy thing is, people, this little Dagestani little person has more followers than we do.
Oh, that's
So
right.
help us, please.
That's right.
Help
That's
us,
right.
please.
That's right. I don't know what to do, but
Hey, we have 3 people now.
Oh, now we have 3 people watching us laughing.
hey, because we're ridiculous. So, anywho, tell about this whiskey that we're drinking.
So this is a 8-year-old Stavs and Grain rye whiskey. It tastes really earthy, so you got some wood tones in there, and you have a little bit of pepper on the tongue. But that's about it.
So, how easy to find is this bourbon?
You're not gonna find it on the shelf.
Not gonna
You're
find
gonna
it.
have to find it on the market somewhere.
Not
You
gonna
buy
find it. Not gonna find it.
Ah, yeah. So.
Chris gets it because when he did a little time, he he got in good with the right gang, and he can get good bourbon like that. So I think it's awesome. Every time we have a poker night, I'm like, all right, I'll give you a good cigar. Bring some fancy bourbon. And he's like, Roger that. And every time it's something different, I'm like, that's so good.
I have about 60, 65 unopened bottles of bourbon sitting
Jesus
in
Christ. Hashtag life goals.
My wife is like, you can't buy any more bourbon. You got to drink them. I said, I really don't drink them. I just kind of collect them.
Right? See, what you need to do in this, Angelique, if you're listening, earmuffs, you need to get her hooked on a vice. Any vice, handbags, shoes.
It's Adeline.
What is that?
The little pink packages that come in the mail.
Oh,
Yeah. We got one the other day. It was guaranteed 6-7 pounds. All clothing. And she's like 120 pounds, like soaking wet. So, I mean, it's not like she's a big girl and she needs big clothes. Everything's tiny. And there was like 19 things in there.
yeah, but is it expensive?
No, it's not at all.
That's where you fucked up, Chris. You got to get her into an expensive hobby.
Yeah,
that
she's
way,
very low maintenance, and for that I'm very appreciative.
that way. No, here you go. Brilliant idea. You secretly don't like Disney, and you just go for her. So it's because of her that you spend all that money. So she owes you in the way she can make it up to you to let you buy all the bourbon you want.
Do you see the cup I'm drinking out of? I love Disney equally as much as she does.
Hey,
know,
you
I know.
gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with Alex because he's gonna get you in trouble.
I'm just trying to like give you an argument you can sell to her.
Oh, hey, I understand.
Hey, look, lawyer. Not
sorry.
everyone can. We can't litigate like you can.
I'm sorry.
You're killing us
I'll have
over
you
here.
come over.
Oh my God. I'll write a nice letter.
I appreciate that.
By the way, I think Angelique is amazing. Like she is one of the best people, awesome at what she does because she is hooking my hand up. Not only my neck, but my hand. She's like, I got you. Watch this. And I'm like, why can I bend it now? I couldn't
She's
do it.
fabulous. She's helped me through several concussions.
Dude,
When I was playing hockey.
epic.
Great. She's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. So Chris, listen, we're all bros here. Be honest. Knowing what we all just discussed about Angelique, have you ever faked a dick injury?
No.
This guy.
Like it's kind of hurting. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. Like I don't know. It's like,
I don't need to.
Oh, he just hit the
I'm gonna
money
give him up for
spot.
that. Oh,
He goes, no, I don't have to. It's just taken care of. The man, the myth, the legend.
oh my God. So I do want to tell one story about his wife. She has the most adorable chortle I've ever, because like you wouldn't know she's a chortler when she laughs, when she snorts.
Oh, dude.
See, but Lindsay, everybody knows Lindsay chortles. That's just her thing. I call her Chorts. I'm like, what's up, Chorts? And she's all like, don't say that.
Don't listen to him at all. Lizzie's saying don't listen to him at all. Just don't
Love
listen to him. He's a
you.
liar.
So I brought, we were playing golf and that was an amazing time.
It was very fun. We have to bring John next time.
We do need to bring John.
See, that's the thing. I already explained to Alex. I just got a new set of used clubs, but I have to practice. Yeah, I have to.
The best time to play is to go on the course because that's
the
way
way
you're gonna learn.
He has everything he needs to play with us. He has his own set of clubs. He has his own ball buster. We're good.
This guy.
Yeah, let's go, man.
But so I told Chris, like, hey, I'm gonna curate the cigars we're gonna smoke for this golf trip. Just bring some cool bourbon. So he's like, of course. So he brings this amazing smoky bourbon.
Smoke wagon.
Yep.
So it's good. It's really well priced. It's like $50 a bottle, but you can they drop like once every like 3 or 4 months, and you can get them.
Nice.
They have 2 different types. I forget what types. I think one is like unfiltered and one's a filtered. The one you have was unfiltered.
Oh, I do like a good unfiltered.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's a little raw and aggressive like me. So I like that.
And the bottles are beautiful. That's what Lindsay said.
It was very nice. Yes. And that's, if you can get the women involved, at least on the aesthetic, you've won, right? So I brought some Plasencia cigars for our trip. And I asked him, had you ever had a Plasencia? And he said, no. So I was like, cool. I'm going to show you some things. So I brought a Conseco and an Almaforte for the back nine. I wanted something a little bit mild, a little bit easy on the front nine because probably we're going to be like having problems with our swings. Our women are probably going to be a little too yada, yada, yada. So I was like, easy cigar for the front nine. Then by the time we get it liquored up, take it intense and bold in the back nine. So I said, hey, look up Plasencia, and we'll have a good time. So I'll go over there. We start smoking, and I thought they were phenomenal smokes.
I was happy with it.
I had never had that one we had on the front nine before, and it was really nice. It was intensely leathery, but it was really creamy and it was mellow. It wasn't like aggressive. It was a great morning smoke. Anyway, so we're all hanging around talking, and I don't know if it was you or Angelique who said, like, just casually looking at the band, looking at Plasencia, that's a kind of counterintuitive word,
It was me.
It was you?
Yeah, I just kept thinking placenta the whole damn time.
And so he tells you, he's like, man, every time I look down at this cigar, I think I'm smoking a placenta.
He's like, yeah, they're really good though for you, aren't they?
I said, dude, well, it's funny. At Bailey's, they do have those. They're just in another womb.
See, you guys only get to see it on Sundays or Mondays or whenever we upload it. I have to deal with this all the time.
And
dad joke central.
Oh my God. And she snorted.
Oh my God.
After I said that, I was just like,
which one?
I can. They both did.
Yeah, which one? Lindsay
but every time I make a woman chort, I'm just like, another feather in the cap. Pop! It's just nothing like it.
Dude, in Colorado, she snorted so much.
Oh my God.
Dude, I couldn't stop. That's why I was like, man, I have to get it on camera. She snorted. I was like, that was her.
Dude, when we're hanging out with our friends, we will have these sequences where I'll say something stupid, but then they laugh because it's that kind of stupid. And then they hear how they're laughing to it, and that makes them laugh more. So we'll have this like 30 minutes of like we're in hysterics. No one can breathe. And it's like we'll be trying to pull out of the laughter tailspin, and then we'll hear Lindsay go once again.
Wait. I'm the one
and then
pull out problem.
Okay, I do want to correct the record that the facts underlying that moniker and that stigma were false. So apparently his pullout game is
strong.
Is okay. It's
a strong pullout.
It's better than the U.S. Army. So I'll stop teasing him about that.
Oh, sorry, that was good.
Sorry. So anywho, yeah. So that was funny. Okay. Has anybody like thrown a question at us or anything, or should we just keep going?
No, it's basically just like don't listen to him. Anyway.
All right. So what I will ask before we go is, John's already like through his first third. Look at Turbo going over there.
Dude, it's not my fault. If you put a filet mignon in front of somebody instead of Snickle Fritz, I'm sorry, we're not going to eat that charred hamburger. We're going to devour the steak.
And devouring it he is.
Well, Alex told me I was going to finish it way too early, so I'm going to prove it wrong.
Oh yeah, no, I'm trying. Look, I'm holding it up right, and I'm like, I'm trying to go as slow as I can, but damn, the retro, I keep. I keep tasting. There's no better way to taste.
Ah!
I got it.
I'm trying to do it. But you do taste a lot more of it when it goes through.
So
the nose.
what are you tasting when it all comes through?
I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that. The taste.
Okay.
But it does feel very like earthy, like you said. Like, you know, it's a good pour. It's a good, I guess, supplement to the bourbon.
Hey, I got to tell you, this is amazing. Seriously. It's
good call,
amazing,
Chris.
dude. Seriously.
Anytime
Good
you
job.
need bourbon.
Yeah, one of my favorite things that we do, although you never know it by how infrequently we do it, is when we get together to play poker and we just talk the most insane shit to each other. Really, the cards are the garnish for the night, because the night is characterized by the
Mouton.
cigars and yeah,
And him.
and mouton.
Mouton saying, you ain't got the cards.
Oh
You
my
ain't
god!
I got them right here. You should fold.
Oh, it's just, it's like,
And half the time he's saying it, you're like, yeah, whatever, buddy. And then he lays him down. You're like, I hate you.
what's I don't know if you guys
He's got
figured
the
this out
best
yet,
feint in the game.
but he's like the Conor McGregor of poker,
Yeah.
because
Thought you were gonna say ankles.
every time we play, he talks crazy shit and then loses gloriously. No, but it's like his shit talking is so compelling that it gets in your head.
Yeah.
And you're like, this guy obviously has the cards. Like every hand, he's all like talking shit about something. And you're like, how many pocket rockets is this dude gonna get? But then you realize like, oh, that's his thing. And so then it's like the more he talks over the top, the less he's got it. And then like when you figure that out, then you start pushing
Wait. Because I called him several times because I was like, nah, he's talking way too much shit. And then all of a sudden,
He's got a
boom,
full
he
book.
has. I'm like, you son of a. It puts me out.
How'd you get 6 aces?
Yeah, like how's that? He's like, oh, never mind my long sleeves in the hot ass weather.
He does know the moves. I'm learning a lot playing with him. It's really good. And as far as like the shit talk, I don't think what I enjoy in the game, I like my shit talking to just make you feel
Your shit talking.
I don't want to make you feel uncertain about your cards. I want to make you feel uncertain about your masculinity. About
You're definitely good at that.
We just get out so early that I can't really talk after 5 rounds.
right.
So Lindsay's asking me to talk about Snickle Fritz. So Snickle Fritz is when you have like the shake, the worst shake. Like if we're talking about tobacco, it's like taking the stuff off the floor and just trying to stuff it into a cigar. But like it's going to be something. You know, it's better.
It's
than
like the
nothing.
trail mix.
It is the trail mix of just the floor stuff, though.
Well, yeah.
There's some good trail mix out there.
Yeah, because there is good trail mix out there. But I'm just saying, like,
Right.
it's the stuff that's
Fine.
on the
Sorry.
floor.
Sorry,
So
I'll do
that's
better.
what the Snickle Fritz is. But if you're talking about this is not Snickle Fritz. This is like chapter 1 of the
No,
Kama
this
Sutra.
This is a very cost prohibitive stick. This is a $32 stick over here. This is the most expensive cigar in the shop, and I actually feel like a piece of shit just taking it from them because they're the sponsor of the show. It's all Chris's fault.
I'm gonna buy some cigars. Okay.
Oh, we always do.
Oh, yeah.
Before we leave
Yeah.
here, we're $90-$80 deep.
So
Yeah.
what was amazing was when I was giving him the tour, I wasn't thinking of anything other than like I just want to tell him what's over here so that he can make the most informed decision of what he wants to smoke, because that's ultimately, it's not about what I want to smoke. It's what can I show him, you know, because I look at it like we're Sherpas. We're so serious about our journey in cigars. What?
Calvin just chimed in and said, "This show is looking awesome, guys." Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, and by the way, this is what we're smoking, people, just so everyone can see it up on the screen, because we can do this.
Oh my
now.
God.
Man, that's fancy.
Look,
Man, that's
so
fancy.
y'all don't realize it, but the fact that John has this tech that can do this, he is sporting such an erection under the table right now. But y'all can't see that. So
Yeah. And
Chris
Chris just backed away from me.
anyway, so I'm giving him the tour, and I'm just telling him about all the brands. I'm like, okay, look, so these are the brands you need to pay attention to. These are kind of more industrial. Don't worry about that. And so I'm kind of going through, and he's like, every time I go through a brand and I give him the kind of the rundown of what's good about it, he's all like, all right, I'm gonna get some of those. And I go, and like, I'm not even thinking about selling them on anything, but he's just like, okay, remember everything you just told me, because you're gonna pick me out a whole bunch of stuff when we're done. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So, but anyway, but
Hold on.
I gotta
I gotta put this out. If he's he's telling you to get a bunch of stuff. But listen, my go-to cigar that's in there is the 601. You have to get the Maduro. You have to at least just have. It's like one of those things where you're just like, I just want something that just like it hits it. It hits every note. It hits the spot. It's like that one, but you can't do it every day. But it's one of those ones where you're like, I just gotta have it Maduro. Like I have to get one of those, and you will be satisfied. I showed it to one of my other buddies who we had on the show. He goes and gets one from Murphy's Law all the time. And he's just like, I had to stop it. I had to have that again. Like, it's that good. Yeah, I try to tell people.
I can't wait to get his feedback, because like one of the things I love so much about this hobby, about this community, is turning guys on to new sticks. That's something we have in common.
Yep.
Except you're just into turning on guys.
This fucking God. Oh, I'm so sorry, people.
It's like, I'm sure in 30 years he'll still fall into these big traps every time I set one. He's like, yeah, absolutely. They're like, oh, but anyway, I know I love hearing the feedback when I give them new brands and like, oh man, this was awesome, this was great. He's gonna really enjoy the Bijou. He's gonna really enjoy the Y. I'm gonna load him up with Foundation, because I think Foundation is an amazing brand. But you have an announcement to make, John.
Yes, I do. So I got the winner right here for our giveaway.
The second live show giveaway is, drumroll please.
Hold on. Let's see if I can do this. No, that's not the one. That's definitely not the one. But Jack Mehoff is our winner for the. No, that's not it. It wasn't Jack Mehoff. Who was it?
Oh my God, John.
After we just talked about him turning on guys.
Oh my God, this motherfucker here.
I got it wrong.
Worked all week on this joke. And he was like, just dude, you're just gonna be such a surprise. I'm like, came with a chat.
Come on, that's not good.
John, I've known you for over a year. You surprised me with a jack me off.
Oh, okay, yeah. Come on, man. It's my only joke I got. Come on, people. Oh, it's money in the bank.
Money in the bank.
That's what I wanted. I just want some applause, people. Thank you.
Thank you. You should hook that through your PA system in your bedroom.
Dude, I want to hook up a little laughter thing so I have my own laugh track.
Make sure you put a wah, wah, wah,
oh, that would be only with your jokes. No.
You bastard.
You son of a
you
bitch.
bastard. No, anyway, tell them who won the show. Tell them who won the contest.
You have the name.
Really?
I forgot to write it down, man.
All right.
Really did.
All right. So we went through all the comments. Obviously, I didn't get to read them live because I was doing the show. I didn't have the computer in front of me. So I went back and watched read all the comments, and some really great submissions, guys. I really appreciate the support. You guys kept it going. It was awesome. There were people I didn't even recognize, and they were all telling us where they were from. So we had guys all over the country. It was really awesome. And it just
hold on. Before you say that, I have to tell you this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but we did pick up a subscriber from England.
That's awesome. Yeah,
no shit.
Freaking England.
Nice.
That blew me away, because like I get all the emails coming in, and then they say where they're from. England.
Nice.
That's crazy.
That's freaking awesome, man. That's great.
I was hoping. I was really hoping.
Oh,
I mean, like, dude, now we're worldly. I mean, like, dude, we'll
have to tighten it up a bit, sound a little bit more proper.
Yeah, you go get it proper.
No, that's awesome. Love the support, guys. But anyway, if I may, John, the winner of the second live show competition is none other than David Moorhead. David Moorhead.
David giving me more.
I actually was hoping he would win. So when you gave me the number, I was just like, that's my boy. Because he did really great contributions. He interacts with us on social media in the groups that we're in. And so this is going to be awesome. Enjoy your swag bag. Take some pictures of it. If you have a lady friend, get her to wear the Ash and Titties wife beater shirt.
Love it.
If you don't have a lady friend, then just rock that shit yourself, big boy.
Yeah.
And send a picture of you wearing it. And
please send a picture.
We'll put it up.
We will totally put that up on the show. Man.
We will put it up, and John will not masturbate to it.
No. Especially if David gives me more head. I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh my God. John's got jokes.
I'm trying, guys. I have to be next to a comedian all day long, so it happens.
All right. I want to ask. So, Chris, did you watch the fights last night? The little UFC card?
Not last night.
Didn't watch last night. All right.
Last weekend. Yeah.
So I want to talk briefly about the card last night, not just because of the fights, but also because what we were smoking while we were watching said fights. John's going to be pulling it up right now because he's a big goober.
No, actually, I'm answering one of our fans.
Oh,
man, you know what? I was going to watch the fights next weekend, but my friend Aaron Phillips, he's going to be fighting in the UFC next weekend, but the guy bailed on him. So I think they're trying to find somebody.
I didn't realize Aaron was still in the UFC.
Yeah, he was fighting next Saturday night, and his guy bailed on him.
So did they cancel his fight, or did he just find a replacement?
I don't know. Everything's
Damn.
in there, man. I was pretty pumped about it. I was going to go watch.
Well, shit. I mean, I'm down to watch it. I don't know what we're doing.
You know, Dustin's back in town.
Yeah, I know.
So we should just pop in and be like, hey,
and before the cops get there, maybe we'll get an interview.
Just real quick, GNS coming in.
No, man, it's not harassment if you're into it. Okay. Words to live by. No. Anyway, we're watching the fights. The reason I want to talk about him was, we're big Dustin fans. He's our boy, Lafayette, proud, Canadian strong, all that good stuff. Well, the main event was this Dagestani fighter who's like the heir apparent to Khabib Nurmagomedov, who's by all metrics the greatest MMA fighter of all time, pound for pound. And he's in the same weight class as Dustin, ranked number 9, and he was fighting the number 14 guy. And Khabib is like all big on this guy. His name is Islam Makhachev, and Khabib predicts that he's going to run through the division and beat Dustin and take the belt. And so I really wanted to watch this closely. And what did you think of his performance, John?
I'm going to say okay. So if I'm being 100% transparent, he is the spitting image of Khabib. And I've watched the way that DC and Khabib are running their camps. And it's basically like it's a full-fledged go until your body gives out type camp. But I see all the flaws. So the flaws are that you can't, if you're a jiu-jitsu guy, that's not gonna do. You have to be some kind of striker or a kicker, kind of like not
like
more
Stephen
karate,
Thompson.
Like Steven. Like if Steven got in there and really got timing down on this guy, the second he goes for, if you just do a little boom, you do a little kick every time he comes in, he's going to stop doing that. That would be the hole in the game.
Well, I don't know what I would say is the hole in the game. I was looking for it last night. I was really hoping to see.
You can tell me till you're blue in the face, but I call every time. I call the fighters when they're match up. I'm like, this is the bad thing. Like when, and I hate to go back to it. Like it was a 2016 or whatever. But when Nate Diaz first fought Conor McGregor, I said, that's the worst thing for Conor McGregor because he has no tank. He has no tank. He's gonna punch him out. And Nate is the kind of guy who's gonna take your best punch and laugh at you. He's gonna be like, "Yep, that's
He's
right."
like, I don't have a brain to damage, boy.
What you gonna do to me? It ain't gonna hurt me. I mean, you're gonna knock me stupid, but I'm not gonna go out. And that's his thing. So I was like, Conor's gonna lose that, and boom, he lost that fight. And then when people are because I mean, like I grew up around Bernard Hopkins, so I know boxers and what they do, and they're just like, whoa, that's not working. Whoa, that's not working. They get frustrated, and then if you're a jiu-jitsu guy, boom, you're gonna take them. You're gonna take them out. So I called that. I called the Mayweather thing. I think that's a joke. That's like a publicity stunt. It's nothing. But when it comes to matching up styles, if you want to beat that Khabib style, your striking game has to be on point. Get it down, Pat. Let them fall asleep on their timing because as soon as you give them a timing, step back and then give them a different timing. They're not going to know what's happening and then keep throwing that they call Philly check hook. Every time he comes in, boom, hit him with a dude. Step off to the side, bomb. They're not going to see that, and then you keep doing enough, you're going to knock them out.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say in response to that is you talk about your predictions with fights, which I will say can be eerie sometimes. But with respect to Stephen Thompson, who did you pick to win when he fought Gilbert Burns?
Again.
Just answer the question. Judge,
I did pick Stephen, but here, hold on.
I picked Burns.
Okay, so hold on. I have to say this, and this is true. That's why Khabib got out. He said it okay, hold on. He said it perfectly himself. He said, look, there's always going to be someone who's stronger, who's hungrier, who is there, who's going to take me out. I don't want that. So I got out of the game while I was on top. Stephen Thompson's a little past his prime.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
His style is perfect for a matchup against Khabib and against Usman. Wanna know why? Because it could actually beat him. But he doesn't have the same snap. He doesn't have the same
He looked
quick.
like he lost a step against
He's
Burns.
completely out of his steps. I mean, yes, he's still phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. He's still up there. He's still against the world's best. He's still going to rank, but he's not as quick as he used to be. He's not there. He's been hurt too many times.
So I do think so. First off, Makhachev looked amazing.
Dude,
His top
The guy
pressure.
is-
We watched his opponent who was ranked 14. Okay, so top 15 fighter in the world. We watched him break. And I don't mean like Conor McGregor broke. I mean his soul.
Connor's broke.
You could
Connor's
tell.
broke, dude.
You could tell during like the second round that Maurice was like, I don't want to be in here anymore. This guy's fucking me up. And it's just every which way. And so you could tell he just had accepted, like, well, I'm just going to get beat until I can find my exit. And he found his exit. He got choked out. The jiu-jitsu ace got choked
Conor
out.
does that all the time. And I hate to talk bad about Conor McGregor, but I'm going to put this out there. Why his coaches aren't telling him to go back down to the weight class he started from, then he can work himself back up.
It's too old. That's too much weight to cut. Your ability to cut weight when you're in your 20s is a lot better than when it's in your 30s.
Look at where he is, though.
I'm not denying that. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's possible for him to cut the weight anymore. I don't think so.
Slows down, man.
Dude, it just slows down. Same with Dustin. That's why I think that he's stuck at lightweight.
But if he did the cut, he could probably win a bunch of stuff and get the belt.
Oh,
back.
sure. I just think the sport has passed him by.
He's too fast.
And he's too busy trading on his name than he is evolving. He needs to learn how to
He
deal with
went
those
full
calf
Trump.
kicks. So it happened. It is. But I do think Dustin could beat Islam despite how amazing Islam looked last night. And it's kind of awkward, two white guys talking about what is it going to take down Islam. I don't mean to go there. I'm not trying to go there. But I think Dustin, if his takedown defense and his tank don't wear out, I think he beats Islam.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think the striking, Dustin.
So
better.
so here's my prediction, and call me Nostradamus or whatever. What's going to happen is Dustin's going to get to take the belt.
Yeah.
Then this Islam guy is going to come up through the ranks and take it from Dustin.
That's a very, I mean, out of all the guys who were ranked ahead of, I don't think Dos Anjos can beat Dustin. Gaethje, maybe if we see the best Gaethje, because he
get out of here with the Gaethje crap, man.
I think it's
Gaethje
possible.
is not there anymore. Like he's just not.
Well, I need to see him fight again. But like, I think that Chandler, nah. Hooker, nah, we know that. So there really aren't. And McGregor, those are all the guys who are in the top ranks at that division. So ahead of Islam, I think he's got the best shot.
I'm still going to go back to Dustin. Okay, so let me just speak on Dustin real quick. I think if Dustin would have properly thrown and got his leg around on Khabib, I think that fight would have went a different way. I think he failed himself on that game because
Khabib did admit that was like a near finish. He was really.
If he would have just got the leg around, I'm sorry. I think we would have been talking about a different story from everybody.
So Dustin was on Joe Rogan talking about the Khabib fight, and Dustin said the regrets from that fight that he has to live with is that when he had that choke, he didn't have both legs around, but he said that when Khabib shifted to the side to alleviate the pressure, Dustin should have shifted to a Darce choke and rolled him. And he didn't. And he's like, I don't know why I didn't. But,
dude,
I think it's because Dustin was desperate for his out because he was getting mauled. And this was his Hail Mary and it didn't work. And then he got choked out right after that. So
because I don't think that the leg kicks would have done what they did to Conor. But I do think that, look, Dustin's there, man. He's there. I'm scared he's going to fall prey of this.
So let's get Chris back in this conversation. This is his first Padron, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a Padron 26. Talk about jumping in the deep end. So what do you think of your first Padron?
I'm pretty happy. I mean, this has probably been the best smoke I've had since I've had that Leyenda. Yeah, Leyenda. I can never pronounce it right.
So this dude, he's like learning cigars because when I met him, you know what you were smoking when I met you?
Yeah, Cuba Acids.
Acid Cuba. That's right. And you know what? I'm a sport. I smoked one with him the first time we played golf together.
I thought they were the best.
But And then I was
nothing. I knew nothing.
I was like, I can't wait to open this guy's eyes and blow his mind. And I started giving him some suggestions, and everything I suggested, he would just like, tell me more. I want more. And then he came over for a poker night, and Mouton was there, and Mouton's the guy. Everybody knows Mouton's the guy for Cuban cigars. And so we were all smoking something amazing. And did he just give you a Leyenda the first time?
Yeah, he gave it to me.
Yeah. So Mouton's just like, oh, this is a friend of yours? I'm going to give him a Monte Cristo Leyenda, a fucking $85 cigar. He's just going to give the guy.
You got to tell the audience, because most people don't know who Mouton is. So that's our buddy Andre, and he's the guy. If you want a Cuban, he's got a huge.
He's got one of the biggest collections in the country, if not the biggest, of Cuban cigars. 2 Reagan humidors. Each humidor is 4,000 cigars. He's got 2 of them full of Cuban cigars. I'm one of the only breathing souls who's laid eyes on this collection of cigars. And it is like if a Jew were to walk into the holiest of holies in the tabernacle, they wouldn't see the sights that I saw when I looked in those humidors, because it was like amazing. So anyway, this dude has everything. And he brings a Leyenda, which is the top Monte Cristo cigar, which everybody's heard of Monte Cristo Cuban cigars. The number 2 is one of the most commonly sold Cuban cigar in the world. So he brings a Leyenda for Chris, and Chris is just like, can I get a box of these? Like right off the bat, just no transitions. It's like, I want a box of these. And so Mouton's just like, okay. And so he gets a box of them, and he's just like, basically showing me up no matter what I do in life. He's like, do you have this bourbon? Do you have a box of these? Oh, keep trying. Maybe one day, son.
Hey, David just he just signed on and says, late, but I made it low from Fort Myers, Florida.
Woo!
Guess what, buddy? You won.
You won the giveaway, buddy. You did a great job. Congratulations. I need to get your address. So send it to
please
us.
Send it privately.
If you send it to me, just send me your address. If you send it to John, include a dick pic.
Or this guy. This guy. There's so many things I could say. I'm just gonna bite my tongue.
It never gets old. Like just the ambush roast. It's awesome. But yes, congratulations. I was so excited that you won. And enjoy the swag. And it's all courtesy of the Not Gentlemanly Cigar Smokers magazine. Also, speaking of the show, so everybody commented that they couldn't hear our guests. We get it. We understand what happened. There were a lot of. I'm not the technical guy. I'm the words guy. John is my executive producer. He's the whole booth. If you guys can see the shit that's in front of him right now, he's doing the whole editing process, all of it right now, and this is what he lives for. And
Pretty
so
impressive.
I just watch him do all this, and I think to myself, is this what it's like for other people to watch me discuss philosophy? Because like I'm all excited, and they're all like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but that's what it's like watching this guy, and he gets so into that whole side of it. And I think what happened was there was a setting that we had no way of anticipating. They didn't have a microphone on their end, but there were some settings we could have adjusted to make it work. We've isolated the problem.
Yeah, we fixed that.
So we're going to redo that show because it was such a great conversation. Chris and Susan are so freaking cool. In fact, we're going to go hang out in Vegas. We're going to go to the Big Smoke event in September or November. I'm not sure when it is, but we're going to go spend the weekend in Vegas, and we're going to party, and we're going to shoot some footage, and it's going to be outstanding. But anyway, so my point is we're going to do it again. You're going to get to hear everybody. And so we apologize that there was that technical issue, but it has been remedied.
Yeah, we fixed it. It was just a simple like switch of one little button on FaceTime, which was hilarious. That I mean, they give you so many options. There's like, well, where do you want to pull who do you want to have the audio coming from? And it's like all these things. And all you had to do was go internal from this, and it would have popped up. That's my bad.
Y'all should do that show live in Vegas.
Oh, we can.
Oh, well, then now we can.
We can.
We can totally.
Awesome.
We have the technology.
Yeah, now we're
cool.
good.
Hell yeah. But just don't fan me like that again, John. All right.
It will never happen again. I'm learning all our new gadgets.
So John, what have you smoked lately? Let's talk about. So we talked about the fights, we talked about the Destiny House, but tell us what we smoked last night, and then I want to know if Chris has smoked anything good lately.
So we had the God of Fire last night, and when I say it takes me back to a place where I was still kind of a noob, but we were in Denver. We told the story before. We were in Denver, And we went into a shop, and I just seen these $45 cigars. I was like, well, it's got to be great.
I want those.
And it was like, it said God of Fire. You cannot say God of Fire.
Isn't it the most eye-catching?
Yeah. You
cigar?
can't have that name and not say like, you're going to be crap. There's no way. And then on top of that, a $45 price
It's not
tag.
Peasant of Fire. It's the God.
Yeah, it's the God of Fire. So
I was hooked. I was mesmerized. And I was just like, when you pointed it out, my first response was like, the smart me, the angel on my shoulder was like, I don't know, John. That's a lot of money to spend on a cigar. Maybe we shouldn't. But the devil was like, I hate you. Why would you say that? You know?
And then I literally looked at him. I said, well, guess what? I'm going to get 2.
He's like, well, I'm getting one. I didn't realize you were a punk bitch. And so I was just like, well, then I'm getting one. And then the rest was history. But that was an
dude,
amazing.
I have to get one.
Well, we got a box coming out.
Oh, we're getting a box.
You know me, I gotta have it.
Oh, dude.
No,
I gotta rub it in your face until you get one, Mr. Layenda.
Yeah,
I gotta lay into you.
Is that John's job?
No, he lays on me.
Okay, BBB.
You asshole. I can't believe you did that. I'm wounded. But anyway, so tell him about the smoke. So I surprised him with it. That
yeah, you did.
It's been about a year since we've been BBBs, bros, and so I was like, dude, we got to commemorate it. And John's really
well. It wasn't just that. There was a speech before that.
So I gave him a full speech about some stuff. It was very touching. You know, we may have wept man tears. It was awesome. And
I wouldn't call him. It was more like dabs. Like, you're my man, bro. But there's nothing like that cigar. It's in my top 3.
It beats this.
Yes, it definitely.
Yeah,
beats
it is.
this.
It's better than this.
It's way better than this.
It's like it's on another level.
For us, it went last night. I kept having to stop, and I was like, no, stop it, and I put it down. I had to put it down 3 times because it's so good that you just want to keep going. Like that 45 seconds, you take a pull. No, you don't want that. You want to give it a minute and a half because it's like the Ninth Symphony hitting your lips, and then if the retro hail, just you go like, this is not real. This is not possible. And then you're like, oh my God, and you want to go again. And you want to, it's just like, it's like this bourbon. Like, it's just like, you're like, get the hell out of here. This can't be real. And it is.
So this plays off of why I just love the cigar community, because when I was thinking about what we were going to smoke last night, I hit up our friend Chase in California, and friend of his show. What's up, Chase? And I asked him, I was like, dude, give me a recommendation. I want to smoke something really special because there's some context to the night that I wanted to commemorate. And we were talking, and then I mentioned, like, you know what, I'm going to roll with a God of Fire. And just so happened that, you know, Chase, who is such an avid connoisseur, aspirant, you know, he's a neophyte, really, really growing his palate, and kind of like you, any cigar that is represented to him as like, this is the next stage in your progression. He's like, well, I want it. You know, I'm going to go grab it. And it's crazy. I was just like talking about a cigar, and then he'll send me a screenshot of like the invoice. He just bought a box. I'm like, damn, dude, go ahead with your bad self. And I'm sending him out. I have a box I'm putting together for him. I gave him a Black Label Trading Company sampler pack, and I included a couple of mystery sticks that I'm not going to disclose because I want it to be a surprise when he opens it. But there are sticks that I think are some of those diamond in the rough sticks. They're budget priced, that you would never know they're as good as they are because they're so modestly priced. But they are 2 of my favorites, and you're going to love them. I can't wait. But I was having some logistical issues shipping them, so I'm doing it out of my office tomorrow. So anyway, those are going out to him. So I decide on the God of Fire, and, you know, we're smoking, we're having our moment, and like, he's asking me, you know, like, how is it? And
David's saying the same thing. He says, I have a God of Fire resting, and he says, waiting to smoke. He says, it sounds like it's worth the money.
Okay.
It's completely worth the money.
Absolutely. It's worth the money. The real issue is a lot of people think, and both the God of Fire and the Opus X are made by the Arturo Fuente family. Okay, the Opus X is kind of under the Don Carlos line, and the God of Fire is under a different relative. I can't remember his name, but the blends are similar, but they're a little bit different. They're both really masterfully put together. They both burn great. They have a great smoke. The difference is that now I haven't had a Lost City. I'm aging that one. I've had a couple of Opuses, and they're really good cigars. They have a lot of the same notes, but I have not smoked any Opus that, to me, surpasses the Serie B God of Fire. Now the Carlito, sure, that's a good stick, but that's not. I mean, the Serie B is like they're like, what's up? You want to blow your mind? This is the cigar you have, you know. And so, it's age it absolutely, but it doesn't need to be aged. You know, I had that one for like 2 weeks, and it was on point, dude. It was ready to go. It was mature, and it had a nice progression. It was the way I described it. So I texted Chase back and I let him know. I was like, dude, what this cigar is like. First off, all the boxes perfectly checked off. The wrapper, the oils on it, like the licking of your lips after, it's a really, really intense flavor. The smoke, the burn line, it just like, it's what you would expect out of a cigar called the God of Fire, because I put it down to pace myself because I knew like if it was in my hand, I was going to smoke the crap out of it. So I put it down and it felt like 5 minutes there. I pick it back up. It was a little smoldering. So I purged it and then I started up again and it was back to normal. It didn't need a single touch up. And that's really impressive. Yeah. So it scores off the charts on all those metrics. But then as far as the flavors go, it's like the char on it. There's not a whole lot of nuance as far as like different flavors. You're not going to get creams. You're not going to get vanilla. You're not going to get caramel. You're going to get possibly a little coffee and chocolate, but really it's like a charred steak. It's those flavor notes.
Dude,
where
we hit
like,
that same thing.
We like, both independently described it as like, if you take a perfectly grilled piece of premium meat, I use tenderloin. He used what, a ribeye?
Yeah, ribeye.
And you have that look for a tenderloin.
A well marbled ribeye.
So for the tenderloin, I was talking about the end. Like the burnt end of a tenderloin and just sucking on it with that char and the savoriness and how it just keeps going. That's what that cigar is.
Yeah,
like.
I said the Pittsburgh style.
And you said a Pittsburgh style ribeye.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like our women, my wife, his girlfriend, was just like, that's crazy. I've said the same thing. Yeah. And it's true. But it's and it gets more intense as you go. So by the end of it, you're just like taking little baby puffs because it's just all the flavor you can handle. You're just like, oh my God, this is just so intense. Yeah, so anyway, are you excited?
So I haven't found those around here.
You can't get them around here.
Find them.
They're a very limited run, and to be able to sell them, you have to meet these criteria that are very difficult to meet. And so I get,
but it's all good. We got a box coming.
But I found a way to just get them shipped to you. So that's what I'm going to do. And so if you want some, maybe I'll let you have one.
I definitely want some. Y'all are like talking about it. I'm just like,
right. Oh man, Angelique's gonna be so mad at me. It's like that motherfucker cost you spent so much money. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's not me. It's Murray. I can't help it.
There could be worse things I'm buying. I'm buying
right.
Things, you know. Worse things I'm spending money on.
You can tell her, look, the only reason why I send clients to you is to pay for your cigar habit.
It is what it is.
So, I mean,
and this is why we can only go to Austin every other month.
Oh my God.
I'm going to Austin second week in August.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you where to go.
Yeah, we know. We have the place to go.
Where to go.
Also,
okay.
I'm driving there. I'm not flying. So
okay. So as you're driving into Austin, you're gonna go west. You're gonna hit Houston. You're gonna go up through Bastrop and San Marcos and New Braunfels. So right when you hit Austin, I can't remember the exit, but Google Maps will give it for you.
Yeah, for sure.
The Habana House. Okay, it's right off the interstate. Right when you get into Austin,
you're gonna run into a Samoan who's dressed like
a samurai.
A samurai.
That's awkward and weird.
Oh no, but he's epic.
Boo, but this samurai knows his cigars. It's wild. So anyway, it's this unassuming place. You have to go up this little hill to get up there. You go in there, and it's kind of like a Costco of like every cool brand.
I love Costco.
So you know how like I went through there and I was basically telling you like, okay, these are the brands you need to pay attention to. All the over there, you can't really ignore any of them.
We're gonna FaceTime them.
There's so much stuff. But what you need to know is they have a replete God of Fire selection.
Okay.
It's so many you can choose. You would not be wrong to get one of each kind. If you're,
I'm gonna get one.
I'm just telling you. Now they have all kind of other stuff too. They'll have opuses and they have like a really great My Father selection. They have this Davidoff section that's under lock and key, meaning that you have to go get somebody to open it up within the humidor.
Sounds expensive,
dude. They have the Royale. Okay, the Davidoff Royale, $100 a stick. We're gonna get some. We're gonna get some. We have a guy on the inside
Yep.
who is putting us on a waiting list to get a box of Davidoff Royales. They're coming in the live. I don't know when he's gonna let us know,
Yep.
and we're gonna get some, and we're gonna do for a live show event. So like we're gonna make it big. We're gonna let everybody know what it's gonna be. So if you guys make it happen, give us the numbers. We will do a show where we smoke Davidoff Royales and a play-by-play live read of the flavor profiles and all that good stuff.
Your tea kettle, sir.
Damn TK.
Oh my God. We're about, geez, John is almost nubbing his.
Dude, you
Fuck,
can't
man.
put
God,
something like this in front
you
of me.
embarrass me.
I'm
Sorry.
glad I didn't embarrass you this time. I was super nervous about this whole live show, but now I'm good to go after 3 of these bourbons.
I see that. It's like, man, Chris is just going to town on these bourbons. I'm glad we didn't play the drinking game. I couldn't have another Kelly.
He would be
moment here.
crushing us.
I told you I have 2 other bourbon bottles here. We're ready to go. I have work
We're
till
not
8
walking
a.m.
out of here, though.
Did you tell you like,
Uber.
by the way, I may be trashed by the time.
I might be Ubering out of here.
I can always text her. We're only 28 minutes away.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Awesome. So do we have any current events you wanted to discuss?
So, I mean, there's so many that I have to break down to this. And I don't understand why our government's not like really pushing the envelope more on this. There is about 1,000 freighter like ships off of our western seaboard, like right off the coast of California, all the way to Washington State. Why are they not doing anything about this? This is mind-boggling to me.
What's wild is
And
that
it's not like and hold on, and let me preface it by saying this: they've been there since this is where you guys have to like really think about this. They've been there since the pandemic started, and they haven't left. Why?
What do they have on them?
Well, they look like they have freights, like like those big
Cargo freighters.
cargo
Okay.
freighters. But they've been there since the pandemic started. Why are they not going back where they came from, or why are they not letting them come into port?
I don't know. It's a interesting question. I'm not going to speculate on an answer because I don't have any idea. I mean, there could be a number of reasons, but it's just amazing that seems newsworthy. But like all the headlines,
And so I got a buddy in San Diego, and he was just like, this is really curious right here. And he went like this with his phone. He goes, check this out, John. And all he did was pan, and all you saw was these ships right off the coast. Why are they not doing anything about that?
It's nuts.
Why would they not either let them in or, you know what I mean? Keep them in customs, check what they're doing, but nothing, absolutely nothing. That's to me is just, that's wild. But there's more than that. There's so much more than that. Then you have the people that are, they're talking about going door to door and like disguising themselves as census. Like that makes, they're like, oh, we're just trying to get the census.
a census taker in camouflage coming out of a Humvee with a freaking M4 on his shoulder.
Well, it's not that. It's just like unassuming people, like in, like crappy old cars, just coming up to doors, knocking, like, hey, we're just trying to get a census of who's in the area and how many people are in the, like, why are you doing that now? It's not even census time.
Yeah.
Well, if they
It's
come
not. Why
to
are you
my
doing
house
that?
during like business hours, they're gonna have a 6'2", 220-pound 15-year-old answer the door and be like, "What?
He's 6'2" now.
He's a beast.
I
Dude,
haven't seen him
he's
for, like, a
so-
couple weeks.
Calvin, we're talking about you, buddy.
Jeez.
I
He's
seen you in the-
6'2".
He's a monster.
Holy
He just
Lord.
turned 15. His feet are just like a scotch smaller than mine. Lindsay wore his flip flops last night. It looked like she was on paddle boards. It was so stupid.
I'm going through the tundra, and this is how I go through the
Wow.
the snow.
6'2".
Like as soon as he gets some confidence about his size, he's gonna kick my ass. And I can't like wait to really like wrestle with him because he's bigger than me now, but he still, has the mentality of like I'm still a little boy, so he doesn't go hard like a man. But man, when he does, he's gonna be fierce. Holy crap!
6'2", 15. Wow.
Dude, are you gonna let him play football?
Yeah, that's what they want to do. We're going to talk to them about. They want to, and both Connor and Calvin want to play football.
Yeah, because I got some emails for like football around here. Like people are like, oh well, if you know anybody,
Right?
like I know Lafayette Christian Academy is looking for linemen and stuff. So
Well,
what school district y'all in?
I don't know. I mean, they go to a private school,
Okay.
and they don't even have a sports team.
Y'all are probably in Cancro, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, LCA's got a great.
Yeah, I don't know who they'd be able to play with, but there's a league.
Dude, I'm telling you, if
I forget what it's called.
Lafayette Christian Academy just gets a look at him, they're gonna be like, no.
Yeah, no, they're gonna go
The full tuitions are going. Like, come, he's too big.
I think in Lafayette, I think you can probably, if they enroll in a special school like the finance or the business, they can go wherever they want.
They can go where they want.
Send them to KN. I take care of their athletics, so you can send them.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So you got anything you want to share about what you smoked recently, Chris?
I mean, I really like. So my favorite stick, probably the go-to, would be the San Cristobal Ovation. I love that stick. It's a very, I want to say, very smooth stick. I feel like I can smoke it every day. It pairs well with everything. So it's never left me unimpressed.
I am so excited about picking his order when he leaves here. I'm gonna load this dude up with so much cool stuff.
Sorry about that.
Angelique, she's gonna freak out on you, dude.
It's all right. That's fine. I'll next couple's outing we go to. Where does she like to go besides Disney?
Oh,
I'm not sending her there.
Universal.
yeah, Harry Potter land.
Oh my god. Anyway, we'll
make it worthwhile. Take her to dinner next week.
Yeah, we'll find some way to make it worthwhile.
We're going to Houston next weekend. I'll take her to a really nice dinner.
Okay.
We're going to check out the Astros game.
She talked about that. She talked about that when I had to go to my visit or whatever. But I have to bring this up to the audience. Look, if you can't really see it, I'm gonna kind of try to zoom in on it. Look at this man's shirt. Look at this man's shirt. This is something from a Top Gun movie that you have to pay attention to. I wish I could zoom in more.
Holy crap! This
is it.
This is the beach volleyball scene from Top Gun.
Yes.
Hanging with the Boys from Roosevelt collection.
Oh my god!
So it's got a little bit of Val Kilmer, a little Tom Cruise. I thought it would be perfect for this Sunday. You know,
wow!
Hanging with the Boys.
Wow, that's amazing. With that shirt, I feel like John and I should have our shirts off to kind of recreate the vibe from the scene. I don't know if that's. I don't know. Okay,
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I don't know if I'm ready for that. But Chris always wears that kind of shirt. When I pulled up at the golf course, then just like, is Chris here? And I just looked for the loudest shirt, and I saw it. I was like, yeah, there's Chris over there. She's like, how do you know? I was like, I know, Trust, that's Chris over there.
I've recently discovered Roosevelts. So we have about 8 or 9, but they're mostly Star Wars shirts.
All right.
I'm a very, very huge Star Wars fan.
So this is the 1926, which in most humidors.
Oh, dude, you're not far off me. Come on.
Shut up, man.
Shut up, man.
Shut up, man.
Shut up, man.
But the 26 is generally the highest Padron you're going to find in most humidors. Like if you go to Total Wine or a place that has good stuff, this is the best cigar you're going to find. If you go to a place that like is real bougie about their selection, they'll get some of the crazy Padrones. There's the 1964 50th anniversary Family Reserve, which we'll talk about. There's the 1926 90th, which I have one aging right now. Then there's the Padron. Then there's the Padron 1926 80th, which I had over at the 4th of July. And those, like, as good as this is, they take it to another level that like I can't really explain to you guys. But like this is so in Pulp Fiction, since we've already quoted that. You know, when John Travolta is having Eric Stoltz kind of talk about the heroin selection, and it's like,
this guy,
this is BOGO. This is real good shit. But this is a fucking madman. Like, this is the real good shit. But those higher tiers, the Family Personal Reserve and the Padron 50th, that's a fucking madman. Like, I have 2 Padron 50ths resting in my humidor right now. I even have a Red Ink, which is the original release, limited run, 1,000 boxes globally in 2014. I got one of those chilling. But we had the Padron 64 Personal Reserve 50th anniversary, which is one of those, like, most places won't have that because it just for the Robusto, it's more than this.
Well, you gotta preface it by, you have to work up. If you're a cigar shop, you have to work up to that. You have to have that market of where you're going to be pulling that down constantly.
Big money. You got to be big money.
You got to have big money.
But anyway, we got a guy who gets those. So we ended up, we bought 2 boxes of these because we're stupid. But the Padron Family Reserve 50th anniversary, we got some, and I surprised John with them for Dustin's fight with McGregor. We smoked them, and Tell us about those.
Again, it's like you hit me with these ones where I'm just like, are you serious? And then we have it, and I chum that thing like I'm just like I can't. How are you gonna have something that delicious?
He almost plugged it. He was having it so fast. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, no, I literally took it down to like I needed a roach clip because it was that. And even then, I was about to burn my lips.
The way I described, so I'm gonna after I predict after I say what I'm about to say. Chris is like, "Can I get a box of those?"
I already want them. So I mean, let's.
No, this is another level.
Okay,
this is,
so the God of Fire, just to kind of contrast with what I've already told you, the God of Fire, it has like if you imagine going into the underworld, working this like mythical forge where you're like the smells of burning fire and coal and hard work and just like perfection. That's what comes out of a God of Fire. You're not going to get this huge diversity of flavor notes. It's basically a couple of notes that just keep intensifying as you go through, and the notes are so perfectly put together, you never get bored of it. You're just like, oh my God, this is so savory. It's so just, it lingers and you just want to taste it forever. The Padron 50th, in contrast, the smoke has so many different flavor notes to focus on. It's dizzying where, the first time you retrohale it, you're just aware of like, okay, there is so much going on in this smoke and all of it is flawless. There are savory notes, there's chocolate notes, there's a coffee note, there's a nutty note, there's like this sweet note on the wrapper. And if you want to focus on one, you can. They're all there to be able to like, okay, now I want to pay attention to this one and it's there. And now you pay attention to the other one and it's there. And so they're all able to like work together and blow your mind, or you can focus on them singly and it never gets repetitive. It just grows the whole way through. The God of Fire doesn't do that. So if you're talking about like maximum flavor stimulus, man, I don't know how you get more than that 50th. I mean, like,
yeah, it's a killer.
I'm a big fan of Cuban cigars. Like, I love.
You have to pull up the show, man, on your phone. You're getting like Spencer's going crazy, and he's asking you questions. I mean, there's too much to read here.
What is he saying?
And David, and they're over here selling cigars on our show. Oh, he's going back for another. Dude, this King Rye is killing it.
I'll take us a bit more of that, please. So thank you.
Anyway,
I love this is the definition of a bourbon you sip neat. That's how we're.
I'd agree.
That's how Chris and I are enjoying.
I got yelled at.
John is wearing a pull up.
Well, because it's not because I only did it to like you're supposed to do it to open it up, right? Like, but it's supposed to be like a dropper, a dropper,
like 3 drops, John.
I shed tears.
He did.
You like added a shot of water to it.
It hurt.
I'm sorry. Again, I apologize.
It's fine. It's fine. So what are they asking?
I can't go. So let me back up. So Spencer's saying, but we all know that the Punch Diablo is better than the Patron Family Reserve.
Okay, he's trolling us. That's what he's doing. That's a sarcastic comment, John.
Okay.
Yeah, Spencer, what are you doing, man?
Come on, Spencer.
The Punch Diablo. That's like saying, hey, how about you take one of those combos, those little pretzels with the shit filling, put that on fire. That's better than a Patron Family Reserve. Sure. Come on, Spencer. I know what you're doing to me. My eyes on you.
Troll.
So, Alex.
Yes.
So for us newbies that want a humidor, but we want to get away from the regular humidor and go to a more electronic version.
Okay.
What do you recommend?
All right. So if you are looking for a humidor that has like AC controls.
C.
Okay. The one that the most people get that I see is the Audu. AUDEU. It's got.
False.
Sorry, everybody. I had to touch this bad boy up. It is it's like the size of a small portable wine fridge.
Okay.
Like 2.5 feet high.
Gotcha.
It'll hold a couple boxes of cigars, probably 150. It is the one you get when you want to make that step from traditional cedar humidor to an electronically controlled one. So if that's the direction you're looking to go, I would point you there.
Okay. And how much better are these electronic ones than the actual regular cedar ones? Because I've always wondered.
Okay, it depends on your climate, where you are, because what people don't realize is that
Dude, we're here.
We're
We're in humidity.
I know, but what I'm saying, look, we got people in England watching, man. I'm trying to give a full picture of what we're dealing with. Shit, man. But depending on where you live geographically, your latent humidity, your ambient humidity is going to be a specific thing. It's not the same. So cigars present whatever preservation challenges they present based on that where you are. So the closer you get to Cuba, the closer you get to what's called the perfect zone, where you wouldn't even need a humidor. You can just leave your stuff outside and it's going to be perfect because the humidity is right where it needs to be. Those tropical climates are great for that because they are so small that the humidity doesn't get as high as it does here because we have swampland. Okay, there's nowhere for it to go. But when you're on a little island, you have the moisture coming in from the water, but it goes away with the direct exposure from the sunlight. So the latent humidity is not stupid high like it is here, but we're not far off it. So you don't have the same problems that somebody in Nevada would have. Okay. So everybody knows that you not only have to monitor your humidity, but also your temperature. So for having, if you're going to store cigars here, the only thing that would actually make you need to keep an electronically controlled humidor is hurricane season. If you have to deal with 7 days of no power, that's going to be a problem if you don't have an electronically controlled humidor. But that raises another question of, well, you can have a generator running that guy. So you can have some like a Reagan humidor that's like, those are the humidors Mouton has. They're like $4,000 a piece.
I'm not on Mouton level.
You're not on Mouton level. Okay. So, but the thing about the Reagan humidor, it has a battery backup. So if the power goes out, it's still good for however long that it lasts.
I got you.
I do not have a single electronically controlled humidor. All of my humidors are pure cedar. The best one I have is the El Rey de Mundo. It is a Cuban handmade humidor. It holds a humidity like forget about it. That probably
hold on. Spencer's saying an electronically surge from a lightning strike would fry the cooler.
I mean, if you don't have it in a surge protector, yeah.
Well, yeah, they make those. They make up actually surge protector that actually have a backup to it too. So it's like it'll run off of that.
My fish tank has that in the office.
Yeah, you got to have that.
Yeah.
So just drain the fish tank, put some cigars in it.
This guy.
I mean,
fish tank is expensive.
I'm just trying to give you some solutions here.
I understand.
Thinking outside the box. I'm sorry. So I don't know that, like, how many cigars, let me know this. How many cigars are you looking to collect, to store?
I mean, I'm looking to make sure my Leanne does do well.
Okay. But that's just a box.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about maybe 40, 50. You know, I mean, I just didn't know if I need to go to the electronic or if I need to stay on the regular cedar.
Okay. You realize that whatever you're looking to store, and once you factor in those additional boxes that you're going to buy from today's show, and then the 25 that I'm going to choose from you from the humidor, like that now that estimate of 40 to 50 becomes an underestimate. So,
and plus you have to think about the ones you want to just age. You don't want to just smoke one straight out. You want to age. Yes, exactly.
I do.
Dude, within 6 months, I went from no humidors to 3.
I know. This went
like it goes fast
for you.
It goes real fast.
I know.
And they're stocked. Like you have to figure that you're going to want to put. You got to build something.
Once that switch goes from I'm just a casual smoker to I'm a collector, dude, you're going to acquire at a breakneck speed, and I'm going to be doing a lot of counseling to Angelique to like be okay with it.
She literally just texted me and said, "Hey, I can come get you if you need."
I'm on my way.
Nice.
She might want to be on her way. Just kidding. Though. I think we're good.
No, we're big boys. We're doing good here. We're doing good. But no, I wouldn't think if you're going to spend that kind of money, I would spend it on cigars. And you can get like I got a humidor from Amazon. It was $100. It maintains humidity really, really well. And that humidor went through all the hurricanes of last fall. Okay. So like we went without power for about a week. Didn't have any problems. So I don't think you need to put that kind of investment into a humidor at this stage. Okay. When you have a collection that's like 300 plus,
okay, that's what I needed to know.
Then I think it's time to look into that. I don't think.
But it sounds like he's going to be there soon.
Yeah,
Damn it, John.
we gotta
Sorry,
ease
Angelique.
her into it, man. We can't just be
Come
like,
on,
oh, by the way, that spare bedroom is no longer a bedroom; it's a humidor.
Yes.
I already told Lindsay, like, I would love a walk-in humidor. She's like, can we just hold on?
That little
let's go to the
play
cabinet.
area right off the living room, dude, that's got to be a whole humidor.
Dude, that could be a humidor.
That's what I'm saying. Just
Oh my
shut that thing down
Yeah.
and make
my
it one.
God.
I know some good cabinet makers that can make it.
Dude, Lindsay's
dad.
dad
Or our friend Bo.
or Bo.
Or
Yeah, or Bo.
parents.
Or
Oh,
Angela.
They do them.
Yep.
Dude.
They do phenomenal work. They did everything in my office and everything in our house.
Who did your flooring?
Between flooring.
The stuff at your new building?
Oh, yeah. Flooring, yeah, it's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blake did my flooring.
Oh, by
in
the
my
way, so
office.
what do we have to do to use your private barometric chamber?
Literally just text me and give me a God of fire.
Dude, I'm on that. Lindsay and I
Oh.
are like, we got it.
We're
We
good.
got it. Dude.
Look at this dude. He's
I
going to be
swear by that.
extorting his buddy a god of fire. Oh, you want to come over? You know about the cover charge, right?
It's a god of fire.
God of fire.
Hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I've spent like 2 or 3 hours in hyperbaric chamber already, and it's phenomenal for my back. It's been great.
Dude,
been great.
it's helped me recover so I didn't have to go to the surgery. I didn't want to do a surgery.
Yeah.
I really don't want to. But I'm telling you, that chamber that they have, that Angelique has, I swear by it. I tell everybody. I must have
great.
sent 30 people there already.
It's
Damn.
great. So our little dog we have, our German Shepherd, she basically has ALS, and we're trying to get her back where she can actually just move and not digress a lot, because it's a terminal issue. So she's probably going to go in every other day.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's worth it.
It's phenomenal. I wasn't a very good believer of it.
Do you charge your dog a god of fire? Do you?
Yes, I try. No, she gives me kisses. She gives
Oh,
me kisses.
dude, I will give you kisses.
I don't want kisses from you. Maybe John. I thought I'd give tribute. You're doing it too.
Where I gotta give you kisses again? Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's supposed to be a family-friendly show.
No. I specifically said no kids involved on this one.
Oh my god.
But really, the hyperbaric chamber is phenomenal. I can't wait to bring it into the office in probably October.
Nice. Also, when you are buying all these boxes of cigars, I'm going to tell you, just kindly remind Angelique, I send her a lot of patients too.
I definitely will.
So I'm just like,
I definitely will.
Well, hey, I like I said, like 30 people I've sent over there. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
saying.
She's actually phenomenal. Like, we have no issues on money. So, we kind of we do what you do. We do what we do. We do what we do.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
That-
I mean, I couldn't ask for a better partner in life.
I love having friends that have the means to indulge my ridiculous ideas.
I love your ridiculous ideas. Let's get more of them.
Dude, he's got the most ridiculous ideas. I'm like, I'll make it happen.
I'm like, John, let's go to Texas for a Drew Estate party and just record us having a wild time. And he's like, I'm there.
I'm in Texas in
And it's going to happen.
I'm in Texas in a few weeks.
Oh, dude,
Let's go.
I'm gonna give you a list. So
I can't wait.
the party we're going to is like September 25th, I think it is. But dude, give yourself some time to like get to the level of fanaticism where it won't be a hard sell to be like, okay, how about a vacation that's a cigar trip? And then she'll be like, okay. Because the thing is that I travel a lot. I haven't spent more than like 2 weekends in town this summer.
That's true. Well, it's summer.
It's crazy
summer.
how much traveling we're doing. And like we're about to hit the road again. I've never had as much fun traveling in my whole life as I do when we go on these little outings and we go looking for the diamonds in the roughs. What'd you say?
Oh, Big Daddy with the compliments.
Wait, sorry.
You guys snort.
I'm not a snorter. I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I gotta have a queued up little Lindsay snort on here, so where I just hit the button and then like Lindsay's snort just happens.
Can we record that? Is that possible?
Oh, dude, I can make that.
Let's do it.
I'm doing
Let's
it.
Make
do
it happen.
I
I'm
can't
doing
wait.
But every time, like our last trip, we went to New Braunfels for the 4th of July, and We went camping on the Guadalupe River. It was really cool. Well, New
I went to
Braunfels,
NASA.
New Braunfels is
I did. I went to NASA.
is just south of Austin, and we're camping. And I was like, look, I did some research. Like when we do these trips, it's always like we bring our friends with us.
I heard the Guadalupe was like so overpacked. Is that true?
Oh, it was busy,
dude.
It was busy. Like I'm not kidding. Lindsay ran over people on the river. Like her tube went over people. Literally.
How's that possible?
Okay. All right. So let me set the stage for this story.
Please do that because I need to hear this.
So we had these tubes. The idea for the Guadalupe is a single inner tube. You sit in it and you float the river. Okay. But that's like
boring. That's like the meat over
that's
there.
Like for plebs.
Yeah. In Baton Rouge.
We have so Lindsay bought, because we don't do anything unless we do it all out bougie. She bought these like love seat inner tubes. So
of course she did. It's Lindsay.
It's two inner tubes connected with
a cooler,
a built-in cooler,
and a little fridge
and cup holders.
Yeah, of course
like
it did.
All this shit. I don't know. Okay. I'm sure she can tell.
Lindsay, can you send Angelique the Amazon link, please?
So we get these things, and so we filled the coolers up with alcohol. I have a waterproof travel humidor. We put that in there, and so we float the Guadalupe on basically an 18-wheeler. That's the size of the raft that we're on.
He's a fifth wheel.
and we're going down the river. So like Lindsay and I are in one, or no, two. We have two of them. And then Calvin and Connor are there. They're in their own. And like they just got separated from us and randomly fought with each other. That was hilarious to watch. So we're going down the river, and then every now and then in bottlenecks, you get these rapid areas. Well, the people who are like camped on the shore of the river, they're like hanging out in the water. They're not tubing it like we are. They're just stationary, right? So they're and you have limited control over where your tube goes on the river. You can try, but if you don't get out and like walk it, it's just going to go where it goes. And we're drinking and smoking, so we ain't getting out. Well, we hit the rapids at bottlenecks. Well, they're these kids. It's like a gang of them. We're talking like Neverland. How many kids? And they're just
this guy just said Neverland. You got to bring Michael Jackson into it. Come on, dude.
So they're all
kids. I need you to play with.
They're all playing in the rapids because it's cool, but they don't realize that like all of the inner tube traffic is being shunted to where they are, and so like here we go, and they don't move, and so Lindsay just took them out, went right over them. These kids, they
fuck you, kids.
Basically, Lindsay keel-hauled two kids, and I watched the pub on the side. I was like, sorry, and
not sorry.
Lindsay's like, out of the way, Peck.
You peasants.
That's a Willow reference.
So question.
Yeah.
So how different is it tubing the Guadalupe as compared to the Mead River in Baton Rouge?
I've never done the one in Baton Rouge.
Because I'm a little bitch when it comes to water that I can't see the bottom of.
No, okay. It's mud, dude. It's mud. The Guadalupe is mud.
The Guadalupe never gets more. Like I never was in deep water for me.
No, it's super shallow, but it's mud.
Not deep. It's got, as far as like wildlife and stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to get bit.
No.
Okay, cool.
It's like seaweed.
Yeah. The only thing I've been to Austin, but we went to Barton Springs.
Yeah, it's that.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah, so we go cigar shopping in New Braunfels. I go meet some places. They were cool, but like nothing blew my skirt up. And so Lindsay's like, so I was thinking we were gonna like drive to Austin. Did you want to check out the Cabana House? And I'm just like, no. Yes, like
come on, dude, are you serious?
So
of course
we go to Austin just to go cigar shopping, basically. And I'm like, this is the coolest trip ever.
Was Samoan guy there?
No, he wasn't. But they recognized me. Like, hey, we know you. Like, yeah, I spent a shitload of money here a few months ago.
That was me. $2,000 guy.
They were all just like, do you want a membership here? Like, we'll ship to you, and like with discount and with how much you spend, like you would totally save a lot of money. And I was like, sold. So,
dude, I have a card in my wallet that I don't know what it is. It's the gentleman. Hold on, I gotta break this thing out. Did we get this on one of our adventures? Like, what is this? The Clubhouse, Lafayette. What is this?
I don't know.
Is this on one of our adventures?
Oh, this is that.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, the Maurice Clubhouse. That's the.
It's in my wallet. I have no clue.
It's that spa that's just managed by teen boys.
Get the fuck out. This guy. Seriously, what is this? This guy. Seriously, what is it?
I don't know.
Was it one of our adventures?
I've never heard of that.
Oh, there's a direction again.
Oh, here we go.
John's gonna have some questions to answer
Here we
later.
go. Here we go. I don't know why it's in there. But it comes up often. I'm just like, I'm not going to take it out in case we're at this place and they're like, go use your card. I'm like, is this the card? Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Dude, we do so many adventures. I don't know what we do.
Oh, dude, we've got more coming. We're going. Where are we going for Thanksgiving? Hot Springs.
Yes, Hot Springs.
We're going to Hot Springs, and not only are we going to do the spa stuff and all that fun stuff, but there's a really nice cigar place in Hot Springs, and so we're going to go geek out over there and talk to the guy and maybe record something. I don't know.
So how do y'all find these? Above average cigar places. I mean, we have cigar places everywhere, but some of them are below average, and some of them are kind of this is phenomenal when I walk in.
It's an unending and tireless dedication.
All right,
Yep,
so you just research it.
I look them up. I look them up.
Yep.
And the thing is even the ones that are kind of subpar, I still go there because I'm addicted. I can't not go because even if it's crap, I'm going to go there.
It's the community. Come on, let's be honest. It's the
And
community.
the thing is I always go wherever I am. I check out the cigar place. Like we were in Fairplay, Colorado. Okay. And I was like, let's go check out what the cigar scene is here. So we went to the cigar place, and it was a neat little culture because it had like a golf simulator. It had a bunch of games. Like they were all about like, come hang out here. Come have something to do. Their humidor was not impressive. Like they clearly did not cater to connoisseurs. They were just like, look, we're just trying to find some stuff that'll sell.
Well, you spend a lot of money on the golf simulator. Those are like 4 or 5K at least.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was cool. I would not go buy cigars there, but it was neat. And so, I mean, I'm glad I checked it out. But sometimes you don't really know until you get there. And then when you find one that is what you were looking for, it's like Disney. You fangirl out and you're just like, oh my God, this place is so cool. Like one of the coolest stories.
Did you really just say fangirl?
Yeah.
Dude, if you haven't been to Disney and fangirl, you don't know.
See, I knew Chris would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I go to Disney. I go to all because we have family.
But do you go to Disney?
Yeah, no, I go there with locals. So one of my
we're going to
buddies,
Disney with no kids.
Oh, you heard that echo? Ooh.
That was a man slap.
That was a man slap. That was a man slap.
So I don't know if you and Monica want to come to Disney Sans Kids, but like we're gonna go and it's gonna be like crazy.
Yeah, honestly, he's gonna organize it.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's gonna be phenomenal.
I'm
We're
down
gonna
with
eat
that.
great food. There's also a cigar place in Disney Springs. I'm not sure what they have because I haven't brought him there. It's just me, and I don't know what I'm looking at.
Dude, I got to get my sister to come. My sister runs the marathon every year. Okay, cool. She's a Disney freak.
Can you imagine us over at Everest at closing time when there's no one there? We're like, run us through again.
Last time I was there was Backstreet Boy music going on, and they were just singing the whole time. We were going around and around Everest. It was great.
Oh my God.
It was great.
Dude, I want to write a screenplay because so Disney is making movies based on their rides. They have one that's coming out now with The Rock because that's like the paint by numbers kit for making a blockbuster apparently. But it's the boat ride through Disney.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, the Jungle. They're making a movie out of that. I was like, dude,
no, it's not the Jungle Cruise. It's something about the steamboat.
It's the Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
Chris is the he's telling me.
Go like 9 times a year.
Like so I'm just gonna talk.
I swear he's got like a second home in Disney.
My sister literally has a room in her home that's nothing but Disney. So like the caricatures or whatever.
Oh, we both have that.
Dude, my sister is a freak.
So I collect Disney pins, and they're all on the walls. And
I got
so I mean, I collect everything.
Yeah, so my sister has like all the caricatures or whatever. Like I'm talking about every one of them, and then when the new ones come out, she already has them. Like they talk to her first. You're like, well, so that's how many are you gonna buy? She's a freak. Like she does it every year that she runs that stupid marathon. She dresses up as a different character.
That's cool.
It's crazy, and she spends like, dude, I'd say almost $100,000 a year doing these like adventures and stuff. I
understand.
And it's crazy.
So what I'm saying is that there should be a movie based on the Everest ride.
There should. That's a great ride.
Because the ride itself tells a story.
Hold on. Is that the one where they sit you into that bubble?
No.
And like you're seeing it all around you?
No.
It's at Epcot. It's
at
Epcot.
No, that's Spaceship Earth. That's Spaceship Earth.
No, this is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But like I grew up as an Astroworld kid. So during the 80s and 90s, like I went to Six Flags and Astroworlds multiple times a year. So for me, the pinnacle
for us that's Hershey.
I love
so we got a Hershey pin.
Dude, Grease like
back and forth all day Astro Road. My dad worked for Enron when I was a kid.
Okay, yeah, dude, we used to go to Astroworld during the because the school I went to was a private school, so we would go when the private school was off, but the public schools were still on.
Yeah,
and so the parks would be pretty vacant. And there was one time that the line was non-existent at Grease Lightning, and they just let us keep going 7 times in a row.
It's like Christmas.
I just could, but like now I would die. 2 times, like I'm done. I can't handle that many G's. But the point is that what the evolution of roller coasters has done for Disney, I was blown away because it's like the way movies went from like 2-dimensional, then they started doing the 3D movies, then they did those 4D movies where they introduced
they
smells,
put in smells and the
things you could
spray
feel.
of everything.
They do that for rides now.
Like Pandora, like
Dude, yes.
Kingdom.
It's insane. Yeah. And so what Everest is it is one of those, it's a cinematic roller coaster. So it's on a track, but they designed it in a way to tell you a story. And the story that they tell you is you're on this expedition through the Himalayas, and they like the whole time you're waiting, there's all this stuff, like you're in a fake lodge where there's all these documented accounts of people getting attacked by Yetis. And so
shut the fuck.
It's
crazy.
And so like
awesome.
the first time we're there, I'm there with my kids telling them these are real accounts because I'm an asshole. And so
you are an asshole.
My kids are scared to death that there is a Yeti that's like attacking climbers.
So funny story is actually there was a different Yeti if you went a couple years, like about 10 years ago. But the Yeti, when they started coming out, would break the actual tracks of Disney. So now they call it a disco Yeti, where they have the disco ball shining on the Yeti. Before it would literally swing out and scare the crap out of you, and now it's just a disco Yeti. But they can't actually fix the ride until they would have to put it down for 6 months to a year. So before it was a lot more scary. It was awesome.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
So the story of the ride is that you're on this like mining car style expedition. You're going through the mountains, and like they build the mountains, like so you're in fake Himalayas going around. It's beautiful, and so you're going through it, and everything looks fine. You're hearing things like there's a Yeti around you, but you don't ever see it. And
what park is this in?
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
See, we didn't do that.
Yeah. So you're going through it, and it's a fairly benign ride until the story twists. And so you're going through it. It's cool, and then it starts going up the main like lift, like a normal roller coaster would take you to that first big drop. So it's doing that, but the tracks were destroyed by an animal. And so the tracks that the ride is on are broken. And so you're going up there looking like you're going to clips the top and go down, but the tracks are broken at the top. And so the ride is giving you the illusion that like you're about to be derailed. You're about to just die, basically. So you're going up there.
you're going to die.
And you're like, there's nowhere else for us to go. Because the track is one way. So you're going up there, and you get to where it's broken and the ride stops. And then you hear some Yeti sounds, and then it drops you and you go backwards. But what you don't realize is that as you're going up, the track shifted. And so the way down is a different way than the way you came up. And it drops you through this abyss of the mountain. And it's to create this illusion that the train is now out of control. And so it's going through all this shit. And it's dark, and the light is very, very spotty, so you don't really see a whole lot. And so as you're going, you're like, what is going on? And then it like corrects itself. But like once you're going forward, it's at the end of the ride. It's very dark, and the sounds, the roars, they get louder and louder and louder. And then they do the final drop, and there's a strobe light, and it's flashing, 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 and you see the Yeti. You finally see it, and it looks like it's coming for you, but like you just go under it, but it looks like it's about to get you.
See, this is why I need to go to see. We didn't have time for Animal Kingdom because I was there.
You only need 3 hours for Animal Kingdom. You literally only 3 to 4 hours of Animal Kingdom. That's all you need.
See, that's why you need to spend a whole day in Animal Kingdom, a whole day.
That's the way we did it. We spent a day in each park.
Yeah,
you have to.
But,
well, you went there right. Like She did. She's terrified she's going to become president. Let's not talk about that. we don't that. So that's the computer.
That was very creepy.
I was like, well, hello there.
Hey, lady. Let's not talk about that. Anyway, so we went there right when Star Wars opened up, and you went there right when we were there. I was like, I was just right where you were. Like, why were we not there together? Remember that when they first did the where the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah.
And I was like,
that was
run.
That
Yeah.
was wild.
It was great. It was fun.
But there's so many rides like the Everest where it's not just a roller coaster. You know, at Universal, all those Harry Potter rides.
Harry Potter's in Universal.
Yeah.
So let's get that right.
Yeah.
So time out. So
Yeah.
if you thought Everest was great, the new Jurassic Park or Jurassic World ride, Velocicoaster, is going to blow your mind.
Oh my
It
God.
is phenomenal. It's probably the best roller coaster I've ever been on.
All right, now I need to go there again.
It's crazy.
John, you have to come on adults only trip,
That's why we're saying adults only, because like
dude.
there's actually cool stuff for the adults,
and we get another podcast from there.
and we can do a podcast.
Oh my God, dude. That would be epic.
You guys want to see us do a show from Disney, smoking cigars and like wigging out on rides?
Please, let's go do
Let's
that.
do this.
Yes, let's do it. That'd be great.
Let's do this. We're already booked for like the Drew Estate party in September, and then there's the big smoke event in Vegas in November, I think. So like, we're taking this shit across the country
Yeah, man.
because we love you guys.
If y'all aren't subscribed, y'all are missing out. This is
This is
literally
what-
the greatest.
It's
cigar podcast ever.
it's gonna be one of the this show is gonna go to a whole nother level.
I'll even bring bourbon for it. One we probably haven't ever thought of.
So I think we're pretty much snubbed out here.
Yeah, I am.
I would like to get some final thoughts from Chris since we kind of devoured these sticks, which I told him it was. It's been
hour
actually
45 minutes.
it's actually that's about track. I told him it was a 2-hour smoke, and we were going to go a little bit fast. So all right. So what did you think? What did you make? Tell everybody what the big hubbub is about the Padron
There's your
1936.
camera.
So that's probably my beyond the Leanda. That's probably my favorite stick.
Wow. Okay. Why? What was it that really did it for you?
It's just the smoothness of the smoke. There's no harshness.
Mm-hmm.
It's just great. I mean, and paired with the stubs and the grain, it's phenomenal.
It did pair wonderfully.
It's phenomenal. Like
I've had
I can't say enough about it. Like it's great. I think even my wife would love it, and she's not all about cigars. I think
she does smoke though.
but she likes the ones that are like this that don't have a harsh aftertaste.
You don't think it'd be too aggressive because it's a lot of flavor.
No, not at all.
So did you pick up what I told you when I described it as like it's a very aggressive smoke, but it's extremely
for sure. Like I feel a lot of meatiness, like you said, like a steak feeling. Like I feel full, like I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's not the cigar that you want to smoke if you're going to smoke another one right after that.
No.
It really is like, hold on, I need a break because
This is a finisher. This is a finisher.
Cigar.
boy, he crazy.
No, I see why though. It's because
He's had 4 of those. What's the proof on that guy?
I don't know.
Well, tell us.
119, 120.
It's not
115.
It's not 80. I was like, it's not 80. This is like, it's a good thing Kelly wasn't here. After 4 of those, he'd be
Angelique
dead.
just hit the DMs. She goes, I'm on my way. I'm just kidding. She didn't say that. She didn't say
She texted me.
that. She already texted.
I make no apologies. Well, this is what we do. With artists, we sacrifice and slave for our passion. I keep spilling my water here. I'm sorry.
But dude, like now we have a full-fledged station. We can go anywhere and open up our doors to anywhere. So we're good.
So Chris said this was the best cigar that he's had outside of Cuba, outside of the Leyenda. And that's a fair assessment. I figured he would say that because it is that kind of a cigar. Tell us your thoughts, John.
So I'm gonna go with can I rate it first? I want to rate it first, and then I'm gonna.
It's all you. Okay, so I do want to say before you give your score, I did a little bit of research on Padron. I was reading about him because I've never had a Padron that I didn't find amazing, and they just get better and better. So I looked up the Padron 50th, the Family Reserve, all that stuff, and what I found was that Padron has an incredible track record of putting out cigars that are contenders for Cigar of the Year every year. Every year, one of the top 10s is a Padron. A lot of the years, it's a top 5. And this was one. The Padron 26 has won it multiple times. They come out with different blends of it, and so I'm not sure if this is the B series or the number 2. This might just be like whatever the common 26 is, but it's one of those. It's up there. So go ahead.
Yep. Okay, so I was going to start with my rating. My rating was going to be a 93, and of course, aficionado 93. I mean, like, I'm right there with them. I was going to give it a 93 from the wrapper. It's elegant. You know what I mean? The oil's perfect. You know what I mean? The aftertaste, and you had that little symphony, not the little, it's a big symphony that's going to come in. The after, it's everything was there. So I would give it a 93.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you.
I'm just going to stay at a 93.
So I try not to use Cigar Aficionado as my baseline when I make my reviews.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with you on that one because I think they get paid off.
Yeah,
like I really do think they get paid off.
I do not think that was the case here.
No, no. This one
like a 93. There's you wouldn't like if you were to say a 98, I'd be like I don't know, but 93 is conservative. This is conservative. Like the Rocky Patel decade. Okay, got a 95. This is way better than the decade.
Oh, dude,
way better.
Yeah, this
so it's clear that like once you're fully into the 90s for the rankings, there's a little bit of fuzziness. It's not as tractable as you would want it to be. You can't say for sure that a 95 rated cigar is gonna be better because like the CAO Flathead 660, the red label, is rated a 95. Not a chance in hell would I put that over this stick. You know, the CAO Flathead is a quality stick for the price. It's a great value. It's flavorful. You're not going to regret smoking it, but it's not this. It just ain't. I'm sorry.
Hey, real quick, can you tell the audience why they call it a Flathead?
Because it's based on the engine. Yeah.
Okay. So I just need to let everyone know.
Yeah, it's based on, it's a mechanical term.
Yep.
That they're using to model after that particular line. They have the black label Flathead, and then the way they represent it is by the size. So like there's the Flathead 660, there's a Flathead 770.
Yep.
But that refers to how many inches long in the gauge. So a 770 is a big cigar.
So it's 6 inches.
It's now taking applications for a new co-host.
Oh
but
my God.
My thoughts on the 26.
Way bigger than a 6 inch.
I'm not gonna.
More like 8.
I'm at least 7.5, 8.
If the guy who rolled the 770s measure, it's a 10-incher. It's totally a 10-incher. But so the thing about the 1926 is that it's a cigar where if you're trying to have a social gathering that you elevate, you know, like I would not smoke this by myself because it's the kind of cigar you want to share with someone who's a brother of the leaf, who's also a connoisseur, because it's that much better when you can see their enjoyment of it. So I would not smoke a cigar like this by myself. This is a special occasion stick. This is one of those where like, oh, this is worth spending the money because it is an expensive cigar. The Elite Padrones are costly, you know, and so
it's like a wedding cigar / you know, it's a special event.
It's a good special event stick.
If you're trying to impress somebody, that's what you want.
Yeah, which is why like I was not.
You get a meeting. This is what you want.
I was not going to just choose this stick, but you know, Chris was like, "Wow me," you know. I want the top of the mountain. So I was like, "All right, well, this is it." So
but this is not an Everest. This is a good mountain. This is Mount Washington.
If you want to appreciate what the real connoisseurs appreciate, this is the kind of cigar they like. And what's great is like if you go into the Facebook groups and listen, read the comments of what people are talking about, because everybody's always asking, what are you smoking? What do you think? And so when you look at the cigars that are almost universally esteemed as like the pinnacle, the Padron 26, if you ever see somebody comment that they don't like it, subscribe to that thread, because everybody's going to jump in and be like, you're out of your mind.
I think James Brown's, I think his cigar line is killing it too.
Absolutely. I am a big fan of the Black Label group. And the thing about their sticks is they typically do smaller cigars that are a little cheaper. They're not going to, most of their cigars are somewhere between like $10 and $15, but they're not that size. And so,
but they're still up there, dude.
I would say if you're
James Brown is killing it.
Oh, dude, I had a Black Label Royalty this week. That's one of their newer releases, and it's not a Maduro. It is a lighter shade, so it's not going to be a real full bodied stick, but it had a really nice creaminess to it, like a caramel. And
have you turned him on to any of the James Brown?
No, we haven't gone to Black Label yet.
Dude, look, like that's another one.
Haven't we done it? Let's do it.
Well, they don't have any here. So Black Label is a boutique brand out of Nicaragua. James Brown is the guy who created the company. And I got turned on to the brand by our friend Ethan. He came on the show and was like, I'm going to bring you guys some Black Label sticks out of my collection. And so I've been trying more and more Black Label cigars. And the thing about them is that their aesthetic is off the beaten path, because when you look at like the boxes and the bands, we talked about this in the humidor. There are some cigars that the look of the cigar makes you think this is premium stuff. Yeah. Well, when you look at Black Label cigars, if you're just
shit,
it doesn't look like that, because the artwork on the band is a little bit different. There's a lot of skull work. It looks like something a tattoo parlor would want to print up people.
That's what threw me off in the beginning. And I said, I mean, you change the label, dude. This is you're gonna sell like hotcakes.
But the thing behind them is that they're small scale, and they use the best tobaccos for their stuff. And so every cigar is actually really massively put together, really intense flavors. And
I want to know who his blender is, like who he gets to go like, oh, I want to put this and this together.
I don't know. But every time I have a Black Label, I'm really excited to see what it's going to do, and every time it doesn't disappoint, So I'm going to be picking up more of those royalties, because it was a great breakfast stick, and it wasn't so big that it was like, okay, I'm going to have to put it out. I can smoke the whole thing in an hour and go to work, and it's awesome. So
which leads me to another one of those things that I want to talk about, which is stuff that should be out in the news, and it's really not. Is that legislation is coming down that they want all flavored cigarettes and cigars to be banned, which is like, dude, write your statesman, write your congressman, and say no.
We need to unify as fans of cigars and say, listen, the phenomenon of cigarettes and the phenomenon of cigars, they're totally disjunct. They're not the same thing. And so the concerns about, people getting hooked. Can you think of kids when they're like 15 years old and they're going through that rebellious phase and like, you know what, I'm going to smoke cigarettes? That's a very common phenomenon. I did it. I wanted to rebel. I went to a Christian school. So what did I do?
It's kind of like a rite of passage type thing.
It is.
You're not going to get hooked.
It's the way that a boy, when he's growing up, shows like, I'm thinking for myself. I'm questioning the values my parents have instilled in me. And so I'm going to go find my own way. So you go smoke cigarettes for a while. I've never heard of a teenager being like, man, fuck my parents, I'm going to go smoke a cigar.
But I mean, if you think about cigars, they don't
unless
have
they're black and miles. They don't
have the chemicals that a cigarette has.
No.
Like with a cigarette, you're literally lighting up arsenic.
Yeah. So
he's right about, you're 100% right.
If you look at the demographic that smokes the cigarettes versus the cigars, like you're not finding like single moms having underweight babies because they love Padrones. It just doesn't happen. So to have the government be like, we got to really cramp down, regulate cigars more, like, well, dude, no, you're just trying to get money, because it's a lobbying thing. There's no pressing interest for a state to do this.
It's the same thing as our local government right now taking 4% of our sales tax and saying, "Oh, we're going to fix the roads."
Think about this, John. Think about this, guys. How many trips have we discussed just on this show that involve about traveling to other states to go check out cigars? How many shows? How many travels?
Three.
At least three.
I know there's 4 on this show.
Right. So. But the question is, how many times do people be like, hey, you know what? I want to go to Michigan and see what their cigarettes are like. No one does that.
No one does that.
It's like, it's a tourist draw. Yeah. If you have a municipality that fosters a great cigar community, those guys will bring in other people who will spend money in that town. And so it's just a win across the board. You're not going to have this population of like underage cigar smokers getting into trouble.
And that's where you say, like, look, we want some consideration for our group, because we're not smokers of cigars. Cigarettes. We're smokers of cigars, which your little town might have somebody be like, look, I'm going to roll these special blend for you for whatever reason. And that's what we're going to make that a tourist attraction. You can't do that with cigarettes. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, so I hope that the government does the right thing.
We're not all going to Virginia.
I hope to
go to the Marble.
The attempt to legislate that fails. But to circle back to the 26, I would probably rate it actually closer to a 95 than a 93, just based on what other sticks are getting 95s. I think this, this needs to be given its due, and so I would rate it closer to a 95. What I love about it is that it is so well put together that when you try to taste it, there's so much to taste, there's so much to focus on, and it never gets boring. I can't recommend it enough. It's a great addition to your humidor. Age them if you have to, but smoke them otherwise because they're great then too.
I mean, I'm disappointed that it's over.
Yeah, right.
I'm really sad that it's over. Like, I
you're not like that with cigarettes,
right? No. The cigarette, you're just gonna want another one, and it's gonna be the same disappointing smoke that you've had.
Yep.
So I mean, I want another one.
So as far as future plans for the show, I know that for the weekend of the 24th, which I believe is next weekend, we're going to have a really cool show. We have some friends of ours who are big cigar smokers. They're going to come join, and we're going to basically just bust John's balls for the entire episode.
It's great. It's great.
I think it's going to be, I think Lindsay's coming back. Who knows what she's going to wear, what not she's going to wear. I mean, she likes to... She likes to captivate, like I try to get, I have followers, on social media who ask me questions, who pictures of cigars, but like, it's kind of sad that nothing I do is going to attract as much attention as my wife's post.
Cleavage.
Oh my God. It's like, you can be the scholar, but you don't got titties like that. So it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Oh, that's hilarious.
But I will be putting together another review for the NGCS magazine. We have to decide a cigar, but we're going to put together a really awesome write-up with some great pictures, courtesy of the gentleman.
So and, I'll supply the bourbon for that video.
Right on.
That right on. Yeah.
By the way, I have to ask you this because there's such a shortage. Even if I go to like our best places in town, I can't get Bookers.
You're not going to find it. You're not going to find anything that I have.
Dude, what about Bookers? Can you get any Bookers?
So I have some Bookers, but I have a Bookers, I think a small batch, but you're not going to find Bookers.
Yeah, I tried to get it for him, and I was like,
you're going to find a waiting list.
Yeah,
if
that's
you want
what
Bookers, I have Bookers. We're good with that.
Dude.
I'll find some Bookers. I have maybe a third of a bottle left. I had it on our wedding day.
Enough.
I had it on our wedding day. But next week I'll do some Good Times Honey. It's phenomenal. It's great.
Dude.
Right on.
Once I was put on that, I was like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. You gotta try it.
Right on. But we're planning our next official live show event for August. I haven't lined up who our guests are going to be or who the official sponsor of that episode is going to be, but rest assured the giveaway is going to be awesome. And I'm really excited about
this.
That.
Last one was amazing.
This one's really cool. I didn't have the ability to post, but basically it's decals, it's some coffee mugs, it's some clothes. It's just a full swag bag of Not Gentlemen Cigar Smokers merchandise. And a lot of people in the group, they'd like to take pictures of themselves wearing it. They represent the brand proudly.
And if your name's David, you're just definitely going to get some more heads. So you know what I'm saying? Like we are definitely going to get the swag bag working.
I mean, dude, if I had that name, I'd always be like, you know what this marriage needs? More head.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to take the more head at the end.
Right. I bought a hat from there, from Lids when I was about 14 years old when I had Moorhead University. I thought it was the coolest hat ever.
Dude, it's all in the name.
Right?
Exactly. It's all in the name. Like,
right. So we're done with the sticks, and this was a really great decision to do an impromptu live show. We may do more. I don't know. The way John's going, we might do live every episode. I don't know.
We should do more live episodes.
Dude, because we can do them anywhere. Literally anywhere now.
Like Vegas, Disney, Austin.
All three.
Everywhere.
We should buy like just a massive tour bus. That way we can all just like pile in it and just travel the country.
Yeah, just get a Winnebago and go nuts.
See awesome places and do shows. I mean, I'm down. I'm totally down. So rock on. I appreciate everybody who logged in and watched the show, subscribe, comment, and send us off, John.
With that being said, I'm John Welsh, and I'm the gentleman.
And I'm Alex Stanford, and I'm the scholar. And this is Chris Hargrave saying, keep it smoky.
Always.
I'm drunk.